ones you kick out. It's not their fault they were born that way.
I mean, it could be. It could be their fault.
It's society's fault. Literally your society's fault.
This is why you're not part of it anymore.
I never wanted to be a part of it.
That's your loss.
It's my fucking gate. I get to escape this moral coil.
Not until I find you and I fix you.
Is Negan also like Frankenstein? Like, that would just make him the best thing ever.
No, I just fixing you.
That would make him the fucking Frankenstein whistle.
See, I'm fixing you by taking care of you by ending you.
There's no cure for my level of fucking bullshit.
Hey, what's going on, Mania?
Oh, hey, we've started, I guess.
Of course we started. He went quiet for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
I know when he does this shit.
The hell, it just gave me the notice.
But it's not my job to warn you.
Hey.
It's your job to actually.
Good thing you didn't say anything unseemly.
And being alive is unseemly.
Anything unseemly that we can censor over it.
Nutella!
Hey, what's going on, Izuki? What's going on, Guido? What's going on, Sam? What's going on, Emerald? What's going on, Mania? Hey, guys, what is going on? We're here with some more, DARP. Don't know if you heard of it.
I mean,
Don't know if you heard.
Don't know if you heard of it. We didn't do it last week.
It's like the time warp, only better.
It's nothing like the time warp, and you're lying to our fans.
You know, saying, how about you not mention that right now? Okay, I'm still sad.
Get fucked.
Don't
worry.
it's time to Duel. Thank you, American Jake. It is time to DARP. It is time to DARP. Monicas are spammed? Hell yeah, dude. Spam all the Monicas.
Let's
Spam
do this shit, I
every Monica.
suppose.
Spam all of the Monicas.
DARP? Is that medication or something? What is that? Ha. Ha
Actually,
ha.
it's
Ha.
technically the opposite of medication.
I don't know what you're talking about, boy.
Oh,
Well, we're a
man.
part of it, so of course we wouldn't know. We don't get
So-
to see our
Well,
effects.
yeah, it's medication, but it's the stuff that made drugs illegal in certain states.
So, guys, just saying. Now, don't worry about saying. Don't worry. I'm playing with you saying. Guys, just saying. We got a nice game coming forth today.
Fucking liar. You.
Depending on how things go, this campaign can drastically change.
I kind of hope, because this drastic change sounds fucking awesome.
No. I'm going to say this right now. Both ways the campaign goes is going to be extremely fun. It's going to be extremely interesting. It
You're about to say something.
just think of it as just two different sides of a coin here. One coin just happens to be on the on the up front with all the light pointing at it, like, oh look, we can see what the thing is. The other one is an infinite thing of darkness that gets no light below it. So I'm just saying, it's like two sides of a coin. They're both equally valuable, and like either one could happen. One of them just happen to be a little bit darker, and the other one is getting whatever.
Or it has to be drastically darker.
It's Jimmy Neutron's dad here? No, Jimmy Neutron's dad is not here. That was a farce.
It was far.
It was
Also,
a farce.
it
I'm
was
sorry, guys. I'm sorry anybody who believed that. It was a well orchestrated farce between people that I don't know who actually put that in the chat first. Probably Mania. Between this series and this Pokemon tabletop series I've discovered, I'm obsessed with stories like this, and also have you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I had a okay Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My Thanksgiving was alright months ago.
Thanksgiving.
My Thanksgiving was I was at home.
Lewis
I
just
blacked
like dark packs. Also, hi everybody. Guido, you can do whatever you want to, man. I will say again, guys, the way you guys are going to be going and getting the darkness pack is if you guys have enough points to get the darkness pack in the auction. The way the auction goes is going to be completely different. I have 3 different price points that you guys might have to beat depending on dice rolls. And if you guys beat the point totals, then hey, you get the pack. Wonderful. Awesome, right? Right?
I don't know.
But if you guys do not get the pack, don't worry about it. Somebody on the island will have the pack, and we'll see what comes out of the pack later. But yes.
Right.
Is it Shrek?
Definitely.
Yes.
It was me, Blue. I put it there. There you go. There you go, Jake. See? I didn't know who did it. I just said probably Mania, because let's be honest here. But no, Jake, American Jake, I understand, man. Don't worry about it. Auction hype, Izuki says. What happens if they literally eat the darkness packs? Well, if they want to do that,
I don't know.
that's a really expensive, less flavorful and filling draw bread. That's for sure. By the way, expect to get a little surprise from me during December. You'll know when you get it. I hope you enjoy it or look forward to it. Ooh, Shay Kelly, thank you. Whatever that surprise is going to be, I'm very, very happy for it. Ed opens up a golden egg which just in time for the auction. Oh, God.
No.
He just starts vibrating on the spot and just disappears, grabs the darkness pack, holds it above his head, and like just disappears into the ether.
Well,
whoa!
Legend on its own.
Bunch of things just happened on the chat thing there. Let's see here what we got here. Ask the players how much DP. Ask players how much DP they have. Right now, all the players' cumulative DP points are 171, I believe. You guys have a decent bit of DP. 171 is the current DP total right now for the 4 players. Dark bread, hell yeah, dude! It's a dark bread. Feed the darkness packs to the children.
No, don't you touch my
Why would you want the pack when nothing in it can possibly beat Legend's massive 1800 attack points?
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's such a good point. Do you want to give me all your points, Will?
So if the party gets the darkness pack, they
think
become
I
the
have
new
the least
evil
amount of points
people,
out of us.
making shadow duels. If they don't get it, Jimmy's dad becomes the ultimate big bad. Tough choices here.
Hey, them Jimbo, you better go to the shot.
By the way, Saturday is my birthday.
Sorry, Jim.
Happy early birthday, Lewis. And
Happy
Yeah.
early
happy
birthday.
Happy birthday, Squidward!
Happy birthday.
Your name's not Squidward.
It's not my birthday!
anyway, but yes, let's go ahead and bring up the tabletop now. I think you guys have looked at the spider hotness for a little bit too long. Who can really say that though?
A lot of people.
There has been a few changes in the thing here. I've actually got rid of a lot of things in my area down here, as you guys can see, to kind of try to hold back on the number of things being loaded in at a time, so that we can kind of just jump in here if we ever get kicked out like we've been doing the past couple of sessions. So everything else should be around the same area it was in before. I also made a couple of other changes. Whatever. Maybe we'll see them, maybe we won't. Depends. But we've also... What have you already started drawing over here?
Jesus,
Nothing.
we just got rid.
What have you already started drawing over here?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'll look over
Young
here then.
man.
Um,
No, I said young man.
Squidward is villain confirmed. Darn it, guys! You gave it away.
How could you?
You gave away that Squidward was the villain, guys. What's wrong with you?
I bet Matt so much money it wasn't. Fucking ass.
Anthony, you don't have money.
Hey, fuck you, I don't have money anymore.
I like. I was like, yeah. Wait, no.
Wait, no, fuck you.
Oh. There we go. All right, guys. I have a water now because someone's gonna tell me to get a water. Is he putting Aku back? Who knows, man? Maybe he's doing that. I don't know. He told me he wasn't doing anything, so I trust him, I guess. Squidward and Jimmy's dad are the two villains. Oh, damn. The party's dead. GG no re.
GG no re.
I'm still alive.
Squidward is not a villain. He's the top neutral. He is a true neutral antagonist at best. They use the fusion dance.
Oh my god.
By fusion dance, you mean they played super polymerization, right?
Magnus and Toby fuse to make.
I mean, if they were on the same field, they wouldn't need super polymerization.
You refuse to make Magni Bronzebeard.
Would it use like that in the show?
Levy, I got my water, okay? Calm
You
down.
got it.
I got my water.
You got it, boy.
All right, we're going to wait just a little bit longer. Make sure everybody who wants to be here for the beginning gets to be in the beginning. Until then, I don't know, you guys fucking... Oh, Izuki Kami donated $15.
Oh,
Shut up and take
goodness.
shut up and take my DP. Get the thing, yo. All right. Thank you very much, Easy Game. Everybody game 15 DP. Just add it to your total at this point.
Stop feeding our obsession.
Just add it to your total at this point. Altogether, that is going to be 60 extra DP for the pot. Which means you guys have 231 DP right now.
That's fun.
I'm afraid.
I mean, once you guys get if you guys get the money for the pack, you don't have to buy it if you don't want to.
Fuck you, we don't have to buy it.
At that point,
I mean, we actually don't.
Guys, I have 69 DP. Everyone give money to everyone else. I reached the magic number.
He can't.
Unless you can get me to 169, in which case I will gladly accept
Alright,
it.
so someone donate $1 just to get him off 60.
No, guys. All right. With all that being said, I
I
want to let everybody in the chat know if we do not make the DP the DP like point to get the darkness pack, they still are going to keep all the DP. They're still going to get their cards from it. And just in case they do not make the DP cap, I will be introducing a new pack to them next game. Just saying that.
Shit.
So no matter what happens, this DP will be going to a good cause.
They will never leave the nest, Lewis.
We haven't realized that DP stands for dank points, and DARP stands for darkness and rad points. Or dankness and rad points.
Right, tank point.
He's absolutely correct. We found out our secret.
I can't wait for
Don't
when the
think-
teachers actually get back. Yolunga is gonna be in so much trouble.
What are you talking about?
Everything's
Everything's
They're
fine.
gonna
I was in
call the
charge.
board and be like, Where the did half our stock go? There's so much money unaccountable.
There's so much money unaccounted for. There are unconscious children. There are people who got their decks stolen.
Not to mention the
Heard they
big
went up
think
a
it's-
volcano. We haven't seen those kids since.
I'm pretty sure I found a body floating in the lake.
You
Like,
guys
that's
better
been-
get the fucking expansion route, or I'll tell Hida and Area to kill. Oh, Hida and Area are gonna kill you guys all. That sucks, man.
I don't know what that means.
They're cards. They're
Oh.
they're the other cards that other than win.
Cool.
Oh.
Your Lurnger is gonna be dead in the well.
Aw.
Yolunga had an accident for his reckless misuse of school funds and property.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
look at that. He's with the fake traps where he belongs.
With all of this being said, I believe that we have everybody in here who is going to be in here, correct? Everyone in here who's going to be in here, at least for the beginning. If you didn't show up by now, it's 20 minutes after 7, guys. Get in here. All right. So I think it's time for us all to get in here and try
Try.
to see if we can get this darkness pack. Or not. Who knows? We don't have to get it.
I mean, I would like it.
With all that being said, everyone, when last we left our young, impressionable duelists, a duel had happened between Toby and Asher when we last left off.
Toby still will never look the same.
As the game happened, Asher was able to remember and see all of the cards in his deck and finally actually play a card. With this card being played, and many others after that, he was able to beat Toby and keep his spot in the Obelisk dorms, much to the annoyance of Sly. As Sly was actually, hoping again, like, hey, this guy obviously does not deserve to be an Obelisk, let's get him out of here. But he won, so it's like, all right, fucking play cards from now on, jeez. Asher stomped the fuck out of Crow.
Yeah.
It's all thanks to me and Tess.
As everybody was like, it was like kind of celebrating. Asher had said before the duel, like, no matter what happens, Toby, let's still be friends, man. And what do you still think, Toby? Are you guys still friends after that?
Yo, no, he was like, it was like, hey, let's be friends after this. And he's like, what are you talking about, Slifer? We've already been friends. And it's like, oh.
What are you talking about, Sniper? We're already friends.
And it was like,
Aww,
it was
everybody start shipping it.
American Jake donated $5. Let me help everyone with some DP, and but mostly Toby. He's strong, single dad of 300. He needs to feed all of his children.
300. Whoa, that kind of emasculated.
All right, everybody gain 5 more DP.
Oh no.
That's another 20 added on.
Oh no.
We are up to 251
89.
DP collectively in the group.
I'm at 89 now. God
I'm
damn
at
it.
70 Thank you.
We appreciate your patronage.
With that being said.
No, it was 20 added onto the pot, Anthony. We each got 5.
Did you
I
really-
mean, that's totally what I wrote down in the notes.
You went from 69 to 89. I noticed the flaw.
Anime Demon, wow, Toby, 300 children.
I mean.
Most
you
of the
know.
children were thrown down the well by their mother. Poor fake trap babies.
Oh.
That means technically your children is the entirety of fucking Asher's deck.
Oh my god.
Are
You-
they the grandchildren? Because they were made from his children.
They're children, but they're not fucking grand. I'll give you that.
I had to make a lot of decks.
As there was a nice little handshake afterwards, everybody having fun, being around each other, having a good old time. Guys, I want you all to look around here, and I want to ask each of you a single question. Among the people standing here, I just want to know, Jess, other than your party members, other than your major 4 party members, I'd like to know, is everybody here who you want to be here in this little bubble of friendship? Probably not, right?
Check. Is people a little bubble? Yeah, no, there are people missing.
Oh, Rick Mignana,
Oh no.
Oh
$8
my God.
super chat. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. By the way, DP,
Thanks, Rick Mignano.
thank you
Thank
very much, Rick
Mignogna.
Mignana.
I'm a huge fan of your work.
Rick Mignano.
I need to get a better a thing for super chats because I didn't expect to ever get super chats. I need to get it's the stupid little zombie running by. I need to get a better thing for super chats. But thank you very much, Rick Mignana. 8 DP for everybody, guys.
Yay.
That brings the
Number grows.
we're going up pretty steadily, guys. We're going up pretty steadily.
Another 8 for everyone.
I have 87 now.
I have 82 now.
With all that being said, what was I saying? All right, Jess, out of all the people sitting here, you're like, besides your 4 close-ass party members, like, I mean, you're probably missing some people you want to be here in the friendship bubble, correct?
Absolutely.
What's going on here? Who are you missing?
I mean, like, there are 2 people who come to my mind.
2
that
people.
I would love, like, to be the fuck over here.
Who's that?
My favorite little mute bitch. I mean, the vampire master.
No, I think you were right with the first one.
And the other Lord of Dragons who actually wins their duels.
That's completely true.
Oh, okay. Fucked.
There are 2 that is 2 very important people that are missing from this little friendship bubble. Maybe you should go and hang out with them in a little bit. Maybe everybody should hang out with them a little bit. But I gotta say, you know, other than those 2 and your immediate party members, there, Magnus, is there anybody you're missing out in this little friendship bubble?
So,
I can think of-
fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm part of this friendship shit too, regardless of your intentions. Anyway, so,
Need a blinking Monica, dude. I'm gonna put Monica as my super chat thing now.
Oh no.
who am I missing in my bubble of friends? Oh, I'm missing my number 1, the only island.
I root for you sometimes.
Yeah, but not consistently.
I mean, we have a
Like I
fan in
said-
our room.
Ah,
It keeps us cool.
fuck you. And my new favorite little happy little drunk.
You are missing your two fangirls over there. That's true. You consider them friends? They're your good friends?
Or
They
friendly.
should be
What am I
in
trying
the
to tell
friendship
me?
circle?
No. I mean, yeah, it's friendly.
So interesting.
What am I trying
That's
to tell
nice.
me? But
That's
you
nice.
made
What
it up.
about you? What about you, Makoto? Out of everybody other than the 4 people just mentioned and your 4 main party members, is everybody around here who you consider your good friend people? Is there anybody else? I mean, you have 2 really good friends right beside you, don't you?
I think I do. Hold on. I need to switch to 3rd person so I can see everyone.
That's exactly what you need to do.
And you technically have 3 like really close friends around you right now.
Let's see.
One of them just happens to be your senpai, baby. I'm kidding.
Everyone's accounted for.
Get fucked.
And what about you, Toby? Other than the people that's already been mentioned, do you have and your 4 major party members, of course? Is there anybody here that is not in the party with you guys right now that you feel like you have some sort of connection with? I mean, you have Asher here. Obviously, he considers you like one of his best friends, man. He just told you that. Is there anybody else here that maybe like you're close to at all?
The only other person I think Toby could say he's even relevantly slightly close to because of talks they've had recently, and that's mostly because of his brother is probably Sly. Because I have a bond with that dude. He knows my brother, and he's nice to me. He's kind of a dick to Asher, but
everybody else chose like 2 people though. Is there anybody else?
Oh, you're right. Fucking question mark.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. He gave me a card for free.
I mean, other people
fair.
someone else gave you a card for free, didn't they?
Hi.
I mean,
Other than Jess.
They're already here.
Okay, we're not going to talk about her then. All right, that's fine.
Hold on. Let me look at people in this group. Oh, wait.
Oh, is the cat girl here?
I mean, yeah, she's right there.
Yeah, she's here.
Ruby's right there.
I mean-
Gail is there.
Gail? No, Gail's not over here, actually.
Gail's right there.
There she is.
Yeah, Gail's over. Gail.
I'm gonna
is
try
over-
to
Your
grab her
baby
too, I
your
guess I'm
baby
allowed-
dragon's right there.
I tried to get that one, but I guess I'm only allowed 2 girls around.
Your baby dragon's right there, man.
Yeah.
But yes. But you know, Sly is definitely a very good choice for a friend that's not in this immediate circle right here. Your 2 friends kind of like don't like each other at all, but you know that's fine.
That's completely
It's
fine.
true. It's I know they don't like each other, one for many different reasons. But Sly knows my brother, and he's kind of nice to me.
Yeah. So you have your little friendship thing going on here, guys. Everybody's like really happy about the win. Like Asher's even like kind of like looking over at Toby. Like again, he's slightly worried that Toby is gonna be mad. Like Toby, are you still gonna be okay with him as a friend, even though he beat you?
If I was gonna be like that, I would have been pissed at Jess before.
He's kind of like looking at you. You guys just had a great like friendly manly handshake. And with all that being said, at this point, people start making their way back over. As the people start making their way back over, you hear just excited murmurs from people because now everybody knows about the auction.
Thanks, fucking Magnuson.
You're welcome.
It's your fault.
As
What
people
can I say except
As people
you're
started
welcome?
learning about this auction, guys, people start intermingling again with each other. You see that a lot of people start kind of, you know, like there's the regular groups out there. We have Davis over here with Marcus. Like they're you know, the regular groups over there. Some of these guys start making their way over to you guys because again, friendship, all the good stuff. The people that you mentioned especially start making their way over. You do see that a lot of the 3rd years are starting to like kind of gather over together, like kind of chatting with each other. And of course, we have Ryan and Keith making their way over here with you guys as well. With all of this being said, however, the 3rd year's kind of gathering together, the 2nd year's gathering together, all the freshmen in the fucking freshman pile over here with Nate.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hey, what's going on, baby? Anyway, everyone starts intermingling again, passing out drinks, passing out snacks. People are really excited for the festivities ahead. People aren't seemingly like too interested in dueling right now. A lot of people are chatting amongst themselves about what's going on. Do you guys want to try to talk to anybody in particular? Try to get any info that maybe you guys might not have got, or anything do you want to try to help people with anything they might not understand right now about the auction? What do you guys want to do? I want to know in order of what I asked earlier. So Jess, is there anybody in this group right now, or in any of the other groups, who you'd like to go and talk with while there is still time before the auction?
I'll go talk to Klein.
Okay, watch this. Aw, dang it! I couldn't knock him over. I
bet
tried.
Put the lift height down to nothing.
You start making your way over toward Klein, going through the the crowd. As you know, you just learned a lot about Klein. Like, hey, you just found out the gender, so that's a lot. What about you? What about you, Magnus? Is there anybody here you'd like to talk to? You wanna go and hang out with before the auction goes through? Any other group you want to go and check out or anything?
All right. I'll just mingle with the 5 people around me. I'm good at this.
Hey!
I'm like,
Girls and Toby.
Hey, ladies.
Makoto, is there anybody in particular you want to go and chat with, or see anything with any of the other groups, or do anything before the auction happens?
I'm trying to remember what I was doing last game before we ended.
Well, you had that duel with Alice. You guys had a pretty nice duel. You saw that there was some weird things going on with her, but she seemed like, everything's fine. What are you talking about? You also, before that, had a big thing with Ed, to where Ed was up in the obelisk dorms doing his thing, and he came down with some bruises and stuff. Like there was a few things going on.
And we still are gonna have a hit on those guys, right?
Oh yeah, whatever. You can kill those guys anytime. They're dead men walking at this point.
Yeah, but they're not gonna be able to have sex with JD. They don't deserve him.
Is there any group in particular you want to go and chat with? Do you want to just chat with the people around you like Magnus is doing? Do you want to do anything in particular?
I'm just trying to remember, like, what exactly I was doing.
The last thing that happened was the duel between Asher and Toby that you watched with everybody. And right before them was your duel with Alice. So that is all that was happening last game.
Alright, then I guess wallflower mode engaged. I'm gonna listen.
Are you just gonna listen to people? Anyone in particular you want to listen to? Any group in particular you want to listen to?
Anyone that seems off, like...
You're gonna have to tell me more specifics, man. Look at the groups.
Fucking board.
Look at this fucking mess.
People are fucking excitedly handing little cakes and booze to each other.
Everyone's having a grand old time.
Oh,
You gotta be more specific.
Maggie of Duelists gave $1. Did I finally get this to work? Heck yeah, you did, dude. That's $1 for everybody. That is 1 DP for everyone. There you go. I believe that's Guido. Oh, okay. And then Maggie of Duelists just donated $29.
Oh my god! I'm at 100.
Okay. He says, okay, here's the rest. DP in total, more to the group, guys.
Oh god.
That is 30 extra duel points you have. Anybody who makes it to 100, please, in the parentheses that I have put beside of your things, put the excess there.
Yep.
Basically, if you just add the 30 onto your thing and put the excess in the parentheses beside it.
Holy crap.
Done.
I'd like to know, what is everybody at right now with all of that? Are you just... Oh, no, okay, I was going to say, are you just at a flat 100? You're not. All right.
No.
Is everybody at their... No, you're not at your 100 yet, are you? No, you're definitely not at your 100 yet.
Yeah.
I forgot you spent 50 before this.
But he's at 56 now.
He's at 56. Yes, he is.
So, 3 people are at their 100, whereas one of them is at 56. All together, with the excess, we're going to be adding the excess in at another point. Don't worry about the excess. But right now, we have 356.
Holy crap!
Do we have this?
Right now, we have 356 DP, guys.
In the pot. Oh god.
Again, the excess will come into play. Don't worry. But in their dual discs right now, they have 356.
I am frightened.
The amount of electricity that
Thank you so much for the money.
Thank you very much, Maggie of Duelists.
Yeah, you
Eh,
fucking these guys.
We're going into the darkness. We
We're-
fucking guard. It's game over.
We're the
Hell
new
yeah, darkness! I mean,
are we the four horsemen of the
I'm
apocalypse?
sorry, Toby. Game over. It's game on.
Now? Oh, absolutely.
Get your game on.
Game on.
All right,
Gotta get
guys.
your game on, man.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Let's
focus.
calm down. We don't know yet. It could be an extremely large number. But putting Makoto back upright. Makoto, did you make your decision on who you want to listen in on?
You know, let's actually converse with Alice and Ed and all that.
Okay, so just converse with the people around you like Magnus.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, Blue, get your auction Tilly voice on soon. All right, that'll be 345, 345, 345. Okay.
I will fucking kill something.
And Toby, is there anywhere in particular you want to be in this right now as you're in the center of the mass?
Get center mass,
I
bro.
take my crowbar and I take out the competition.
I knew this. I knew.
Is there any group in particular you want to go and hang out with? Or is there any group in particular you want to listen into? Is there any group in particular you have interest in before the auction starts? Because again, as I'll remind everybody in here, since there's now 5 more people watching, once the auction starts, if they get the Darkness Pack, this campaign is going in a completely different direction.
So, excitement.
There are
The
two
SS
ways.
Magnus will
There are two
finally
ways
be
that this game is going to end, and they're both great. But Toby,
All right, so I have a choice here. I could either talk to Hess and Asher, and I guess kind of Nate since he's right there,
Why would you want to do that though?
or I can go talk to Sly over there. Over yonder.
Sorting with the enemy.
He's not the enemy.
oh, I see how it is, Slifer.
He's a senior.
You know, we just bonded this friendship more. I'm gonna talk with Tess and Tess and Asher.
Okay, so you're gonna go like, blip.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, baby? I'll take this spot. Everybody, I don't need to be the center of attention. Anyway,
He's now
As
talking with
everybody's
Magnus.
facing away from him.
hey, what's everybody doing?
The middle path.
Hey, it's you. What's going on, baby? Anyway, so
Oh lord.
all right, everybody has went off into their respective groups before the auction. Who knows when the auction's going to start? There's only going to be this one conversation before the auction starts. Who knows when the auction's going to start? But
God damn it.
let's just move these people out of the way because they have nothing to do with anything right now. All right.
Of course not. Why would-
So first things first. Jess, you made your way over toward where Klein was. Klein again was standing over near Maggie. You had met Maggie earlier, again the person who seemed to think that their deck was taken by Connor. As things were going on, you made your way over. They seem to be in a bit higher spirits. You actually see Maggie sitting at one of the tables, just kind of like eating on what appears to be a cinnamon roll.
Better not be a hot brownie.
As they're just kind of like nomming on a cinnamon roll with their hoods still just up, just like. Klein's just kind of looking over at you with a bit of a smile. Well, I didn't think I'd ever see Asher go into that kind of a play. I guess I missed
Told you
everything,
I
huh?
fixed it.
I guess I missed everything, huh?
Yeah. You would have finally seen his cards, but I mean, it wasn't much of a show.
Well, I'm actually a little bit glad I didn't see them, especially seeing how he just won. I'd be more than happy to duel them without having any knowledge about them.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. I mean, since, you're like the
You have
best
any-
here besides me. I mean,
You have any advice for me? It seems that unlike other people, like Klein's perfectly fine. Like, hey, you want to give me advice on the duel? I don't give a fuck.
what's a good way to say this without spoiling everything?
I've
Save
done
your
a-
cards?
What was that?
Save your cards?
Save my cards. That's cryptic. I did do a bit of research into Asher before all of this. However, I've not been able to find out anything about his deck. He seems to carry around a quite large extra deck, though, so I'm guessing it's something to do with that. Keep my cards, huh? Interesting.
Expect some big plays.
Very interesting. Looks over to you. Just kind of, as you just see like a bit of a smile, you feel a bit of a tug on your skirt.
What?
As you look over, Maggie's kind of tugging on your skirt a bit.
Yeah.
You look over, Maggie's just kind of like one hand on a cinnamon roll, one hand like on your skirt. You notice that like there's probably some sticky fingers on your skirt now.
Nah, it's fine. I don't wear this often.
I mean, you're in your blue uniform right now. I need to actually change your thing to show a blue uniform, since it was changed at one point. Klein looks over. Oh, right. I think she was asking if you got any information about Out of Connor.
He denies it, but there
Yeah.
was something off about it.
That's what he was doing earlier, too, completely denying anything. You said something off.
Yeah, I felt like something was weird. I looked away and he bolted. I think he realized I was catching on to something I shouldn't have been.
Interesting. I guess that means I do have to bring this up to the upperclassmen then. We'll get the information out of him. I'm sure that one of them has the codes for the computer system. If not, we can always talk to Mr. Ylunger. Although I'd rather not rely on him. What was that?
Was that just me, or?
No, that was Discord.
Just you.
Okay, that was everybody.
That was Discord.
Yeah. That was Discord doing the thing.
But she had said like, oh god, bleh. She had said that I guess I do have to tell this to the upperclassmen then. I'm sure one of them has the codes for the computer systems, but if all else fails, I can go to see Mr. Ylunger about it, but I'd rather not rely on him.
I mean, do you guys know anything more about him, like before he came here?
I did research, actually. It's really weird, actually. Some people are really hard to get information on, kind of like Asher. Whenever I looked into a couple of the people in our class in particular, well, the ones that never talked, motioning over toward Maggie. This one, the blonde boy and Connor, I couldn't find anything about them.
Weird. She just still looks directly at Maggie like, do you have anything to say about this?
She's still, by the way, holding on to your skirt. Just kind of nomming on the cinnamon roll. She's just kind of looking at you. Would you like to roll me? Oh God, I forgot. It's you. Would you like to roll me for your instinct, please?
Yeah.
Give me an instinct roll over here. See if you can get anything. That's a 19.
Alcoholism.
Okay.
I'm drunk and I see everything.
You look at Maggie. As you do, you kind of tilt your head a bit.
At this angle, Maggie looks like Lejeune.
You look down and you kind of instinctively just kind of bring your hand over toward Maggie's face and kind of push the hood off a bit. As you do, you notice that Maggie doesn't look human.
Of course.
What?
Maggie has very pointed ears.
I look at Maggie.
Klein does not seem to notice anything. Maggie's just kind of looking at you. As you push the hood off, you actually see the bit of pointed ears kind of twitch a bit.
Hey, Maggie? looks at her, looks at Klein, just starts pointing at her ears.
What? That's not really... You shouldn't really try to take people's clothes off of them. What if they had some sort of phobia about that, Jess?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even thinking about that. She was looking awkwardly between them. How do I say I see elf ears without saying I see elf ears?
I see dead people. That's it.
I see dead people.
I mean, that's technically right.
Maggie, I have an,
You
private question.
you actually feel something as you say something aloud. As you do, you feel something kind of vibrate a bit in your pocket.
Look at my pocket.
You go to
Do I
your
have my
you
cell
look
phone?
down as you see your deck box is slightly shivering a bit, as if trying to get your attention.
I'll get my deck box out.
Climb's just kind of watching you like, the fuck's going on? You kind of just stop talking sometimes and do weird things.
Clint doesn't know what to make.
I'm sorry, Klein, my head's going faster than my mouth for once.
Hold on, I gotta take this. As you take out this lamp that looks like a phone. Hello?
Through my deck, which one's vibrating?
You look
Which
through
one's
your
trying to get my
cards.
attention?
As you do, you see that Win is actually moving around.
Oh my god.
When?
Win does not come out. But you know that Win was trying to get your attention.
Klein, can I talk to Maggie alone real quick?
I mean, okay.
It's
She
just-
just kind of looks at you, kind of like you actually do see her like Klein comes up and like puts the palm of her hand on your forehead a bit.
It's just a personal question. I don't want to embarrass her. I mean, like, she never talks. I don't know if she's even
You
able to
are
get
li-
embarrassed, but I want to make sure I don't embarrass her.
I'm guessing it's the drink. You are a little flush.
I'm
You just see
fine.
Klein. You just see Klein kind of like shrug a bit and like, no, don't worry about it.
It's-
Don't feel bad if you don't get much conversation out of her though.
It'll be fine. We'll be right back. I promise.
Klein walks
It's
back over
girl
to the main
talk,
group.
And
It's girl talk, and
No,
All
it's not
right.
girl talk. It's a private question. God, I know Klein's a girl now.
Klein walks away. You're left there with Maggie.
Put the elf ears.
Maggie blinks at you. Eat cinnamon roll.
I don't know. When you want to come out, help me here.
Win does not come out.
I'm so confused.
Do you have the win card out?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm taking the win card out.
Are you doing anything with it in particular?
Mostly just holding at it, staring at it, begging her to come out.
Okay, so you're not doing anything in particular with it. She just keeps eating her cinnamon roll. Num num num. She has her hands still on your skirt.
Does this card mean anything to you?
Do you show Win?
Yes.
She actually stops nomming on the cinnamon roll a bit. You see her let go of your skirt after she wipes her fingers off a bit on it.
Alright.
She makes her hand up toward Win, and she actually gives Win a bit of a pat. Like pat pat.
Can you like say some words here? Help me out a little. I'm so confused. I see elf ears. Win was vibrating. Oh my god, I'm so confused by all this stuff.
She keeps nomming on her little cinnamon roll.
Are you a dual spirit too? Just be straight with me. Nod or shake your head.
You see nod and shake head.
I can't be
I said
straight
or,
with-
not and.
As they're like, I can't be straight with you.
You see
I
that
love you.
you see that Maggie finishes the cinnamon roll and goes to stand up, kind of again just wiping fingers on the tablecloth. She looks to you, she points to Win, she points to your deck box, and then she just starts kind of walking away, like not even like kind of like with like hands kind of going like with her. Like the hoodie is a little bit too long. You don't actually see hands below the hoodie.
Oh, okay. So how I wear them?
And she just kind of wanders off like off toward the larger group. Wee.
Why do I have to be the one to notice these things?
Oh no, man! Stop with your freaking one instinct getting 19s, and maybe we'll.
Oh god, horrible.
I'll defeatedly head back to the group.
What did Fomal do?
Horrible
Do the
thing
thing
for
for
chess.
Oh no.
Oh
That's
god.
Fitting.
I see demons. In the Discord link below, everyone, if you go into the Yu-Gi-Oh! DARP channel on there, that is in the Summoners Network Discord, you can see a bunch of people talking and doing some neat things and some artwork. It's very fun. Thank you very much, FOMO, for the nice space in the background of. It was funny.
It's beautiful.
Jess, you have been left there as Maggie has made their way back over toward Klein and just kind of like tugs on Klein. Klein turns around like, huh? Oh, hey, you're back.
I just return looking defeated.
With that being said, we are going to go to Magnus.
Yes.
Magnuson.
Magnus, you have decided to stay here around all of the people surrounding you, and it's just like, right now, you got like Ruby and Nate up above. You got like these two girls here. You got Gale, who's just kind of looking a bit lost. Just kind of like looking around. Apparently, again, because you don't usually see Gale without Raw. So it's just like Gale's just kind of looking around. It's like, man, what's going on?
Like a lost fucking puppy.
As you know, people at this point are just kind of like walking over to each other, chatting a bit, walking back over towards you. It's weird things. You see that Ruby in particular is like bringing like little treats and things over toward Gale. And from what you know of Gale, we might as well just do this at this point. And from what you know of Gale, like, you know, there's probably a reason behind it.
Yeah, I think I understand why they're so chummy. You know, I'll go check on Gale. I mean, I've only interacted with her once.
And yeah, I guess I'll stay here and I'll like charm all these ladies for you, Maggie.
Good luck.
Oh wow, we've become Nate's fans and not yours anymore, Magnus.
I'd like to take a darkness pack for 100, please.
No.
You make your way over toward Gale and Ruby. As Ruby just seems to be bringing like random things over toward Gale and seeing if Gale will eat it. Gale then eats it, like without really making much of a fuss about it. You make your way over as Ruby just kind of looks over at you like, oh, hello, it's that other one.
Nice to know you know my name too, Ruby.
Shrug. Notsis.
Great. What'd you just say?
Notsis.
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's weird because the
Sharima.
first three letters of that is in Nate. Anyway,
Yeah, sure. Why not that one?
I'm done doing nothing.
Oh, you. I'm just gonna check on this one as he motions to Gale.
why?
Like a lost
What's
you
going
seem
on?
like a lost. You just look like a lost puppy. Make sure that you're all right.
Well,
I point to Ruby. I know this one's fine.
well, after everybody started talking about those card packs, I was told to just come over here because everybody was talking about stuff.
You got no interest in the new dark cards?
Not really. I'm. She just kind of looks at you, looks at Ruby, like, luckily Nate is talking to these two, like, and that's the third time I won a duel against that chick over there.
I picked Nate, man, if only Toby didn't fucking move.
and it's just like, she's just like, I don't really have an interest in other cards. I am one.
That makes sense, actually.
Especially because, well, they're kind of weird, those cards.
How so? I mean, besides the weird smoky thing they got going on sometimes.
Well, I haven't really brought it up with her, but whenever they first came out, well, Raw got a pack of them.
Really?
Nod, nod, nod. It was really weird. At first, things were fine, but then she took a card out of her deck that she had in there for a long time and replaced it with one of them. She kind of like digs into one of her pockets and pulls out a card. She doesn't really show it to you for long. Do you want to roll me for instinct?
I mean, I'll take a crack at trying to see what she shows me. Where my dice go? Ah, fuck it.
I might have to actually get the card if you get a good roll, actually, now that I'm thinking about this. I should have had that prepared. Anyway.
I'm gonna steal Will's.
Okay, you steal Will's. It was just a quick glance as you're just you see what appears to be some sort of a winged beast, and it's like, oh, that's not a dragon.
It's like, huh.
It was definitely you did notice it was a fire card though. She kind of like turns it around after you get like that quick look at it, and she's just like, this was one of her favorites, and she told me that it was just to make her deck stronger, and it's kind of waved it off. So now they're talking about getting more of those cards, and I don't know, they just feel strange. Not bad, just strange. I never thought I'd feel so much energy from a new card. This kind of mirrors what Tess was talking about, where it's like, hey, these new cards shouldn't have spirits or anything attached to them. Guido, how much do you need to give someone inspiration? It's $2 per inspiration for this game.
Oh Lord.
I'm letting you know, Guido. It's $2 for inspiration on things. We got a lot of inspiration on Magnus, and luckily that did save his ass the other day. Who knows, man? Is Guilt Trip Senpai at it again? Oh God. Anyway.
Huh. Well, Tess did mention something similar. They do have spirits, though, right?
It's not really like spirits. It's just a weird feeling. At this, you just see like a fork kind of poke her in the cheek. She looks over, as like there's a meatball on a fork that Ruby's like poking at her.
Okay.
She just like, without like missing a beat, just kind of like opens her mouth and just eats it.
Do you even look at what she like gives you, or
she looks at it?
Okay.
But after giving that one meatball, Ruby runs off to get something else, and she's gonna come back in with something else probably.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna try to get our hands on one of that last dark pack ourselves. See what the whole hubbub's about. I won't be replacing anything in my deck. I don't think so.
Well, I guess I hope you get it. I'd rather her not get another one, you know?
I can understand.
I wish that I could just help her with my cards, but there's not really a lot I can do helping with a fire deck like that.
What is a fire deck? But I'm sure there's tons of ways people can help other people out.
Ruby comes back, seemingly has a banana in her hand, seems to be dipped in chocolate. She looks over at you. Who are you again?
You really are a goddamn cat, aren't you?
She holds the chocolate banana out towards you.
I'll fucking eat it. I'll fucking take a bite out of it.
Ruby, seeing you eat this, actually just kind of narrows eyes a bit, wanders off to get more food. It's like, yes, I have 2 things to feed now.
I love chocolate. Anyway, I'm sure there's tons of things you could do, like something. I'm not very good at that, but
Well, I'll
these two
be
cards are enough bad. They'll probably get kicked out of the meta soon enough.
I'll be rooting that you get the pack. Then, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I already got your card. I think you can help me out plenty already.
I have one dual point. You know that the only duel she's ever won was against Toby.
Yeah. I thought it was
Wait. Excuse me.
No, that was against me.
Oh, it was against you. My bad.
That was against.
I keep thinking Toby's the only one that loses everything. My bad.
I destroyed. Excuse me. I destroyed her. I destroyed Magnus.
Well, he said earlier, like, I already got your card, so I forgot. Anyway,
It's like
as she's just like, I have one dual point, you remember it's like, oh yeah, she got that from me. And she's just like, I have one dual point if you want it.
No. You can keep that for yourself. You should be earning a lot more soon enough anyway. You just gotta keep at it.
Nod. Ruby comes back, seemingly has a mystery sandwich in her hand as she hands the mystery sandwich off to you. Guido says, "Can I give DP to Gale?"
All of a sudden, her fucking duel is just shocking her violently. 100 DP acquired.
As Ruby faces the mystery sandwich towards you, do you take a bite?
Yes.
Roll me luck.
I'm also a bit still drunk.
Please not one. Please not one.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
The bread is extremely soggy. There's a very strange, like, kind of musky cheese taste to it. It's not bad, but you immediately understand that this is like beer cheese put inside of like the punch bowl filled with booze. You have just taken a big bite of a soggy booze sandwich. Roll me physique.
Not one again. Not one again.
Get the fuck out of here, Matt.
Damn.
Oh, not one.
That is a 6 altogether.
That's a 1.
Actually.
It's a +1. It's a 5.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Oh,
one
it's a
because
5.
I
My
got
bad.
like-
My bad.
Yeah, I still have a -1 from all that other bullshit.
Wait, you have a negative one?
I have a
no,
negative.
no,
No, mine.
Oh, okay. I thought you said. Okay. So that is a 5 altogether. Beer cheese is good, Guido. It's not actually beer.
Beer cheese is great. I actually work with it. I cook a lot of things. With
Yeah,
that
beer
one.
cheese is fucking awesome.
It's still.
I mentioned beer cheese because she probably just thought, oh, beer cheese, I guess I put it in beer.
It's not that
It's so-
alcoholic, but you know.
Yeah, it's not.
How badly do I
Beer cheese
not
is really good, actually.
It's the best fucking. Soda.
Booze sandwich is not an American thing, Summoner Glyphs.
I mean, it could.
She
be.
literally made a sandwich with cheese and dunked it in freaking booze.
So how badly do I not swallow this thing?
Oh, you swallow it.
Oh, okay.
You're fine with it. Like, again, you're already slightly intoxicated. You're fine with it. Again, it didn't taste bad, but it was pretty bad. Like, going down, especially. Like, oh god, soggy bread, especially.
Ooh. Try not getting the bread soggy next time.
She holds the sandwich towards you. Finish it. Do you finish it?
It's
K.O.
Anthony and Magnus. You know he's gonna finish it. He's an idiot. Of course he's gonna finish
You
it.
just put this challenge in front of me. It's like the fucking auction. Let's do this.
Hey,
Auction.
to be fair, Anthony, earlier today you said, "Oh, I better not re-roll a character." You're asking for it.
There are,
Yes.
if you take as big a bites as you just took, there are 3 bites on this sandwich. So go ahead and roll me physique 3 times.
Jesus, you're gonna
physiques.
fucking die.
That's a 4.
That's yeah.
That's a 6. That's a 3.
How did you get 4 rolls below 7?
Well, you
Is
see,
he dead?
When a man and a woman hate Anthony very much.
Hold on,
That's
hold on. I need to do something really quick. Hold on.
Jesus hates me.
Why?
really badly.
No,
There we
Jesus
go.
doesn't hate you. You made your own decisions, dumbass. Don't blame this on fucking Christianity.
Do I just pass out?
There we
Fucking
go.
Buddhism. I play Buddhism
It's
for
like,
this.
okay, he's like, alright, he just falls down.
There we go. Let's move on to someone else.
So Magnus just blacked out.
By the way, I like to shift your attention, Cody, to where Aku used to be.
Oh,
Why?
no.
There's nothing there.
There's something there.
What the fuck?
What if you're drawn? I can't see it. I'm upset. You draw something? Is it invisible?
Oh my god.
This was done.
Do you want me to get rid of it?
Oh my
No, show me
god.
first.
No,
Don't
I
screen cap it.
no, I love it. Mm. Mm.
I need to fucking look at this. It's actually.
Squidward, it's Squidward.
I'm gonna say this, Magnus. Ruby might actually remember your name now because you did that, though.
Thank you.
All according to Keikaku.
What is
So, Makoto.
Yeah.
First off, second off.
First
Hold,
off, fall
hold
down.
on, I'm editing the screenshot so that a certain Death Note fan can appreciate my art.
Everybody's like, it's beauty. Izuki loves it.
I hate it.
You know we're gonna need that as an emote for the Discord now,
I'm
right?
actually gonna need it for a fucking emote.
Well,
I saw
I
it
guess
and I
that-
knew that it needs to be a thing, and I
Upload
hate
it.
it.
Fucking
Your
do it.
fucking memes are contending with my goddamn Lapras.
Yes, you gotta make more Pokemon memes, bro.
FOMO said, you know what? You did it.
FOMO gives you all of their artistic power.
Oh my god, guys.
First, I pass out.
So, Makoto.
Make this.
yes.
You decided to stay around the people around you, which in this case were Ed and Alice. As Ed and Alice are kind of chatting with you, you're eventually kind of understanding that, hey, wait a minute, both of these guys know about the things that are around. I kind of am planning on taking one from one of them. How do you feel about betraying Ed?
Wait, why am I betraying Ed?
You're taking the orb that he hid
Yes, you sneaky bitch.
to give to Alice without telling him.
You absolute monster.
Hmm.
Absolute fucking
You're
snake.
like, I haven't thought about it that way.
I never thought I'd betray my only real friend.
As they're just like chatting like blah 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 blah, Alice and Ed seem to like they seem to like not be really awkward around each other or anything. They're just kind of like talking things out. They're like talking about class, talking about duels. They're talking about the Darkness Pact. They don't seem like it doesn't really seem like, you know, they're like at odds with each other. Again, like most of your friends seem to be at odds with Alice. Ed's just
you know
acceptive.
what?
Ed likes it that you have more friends.
You know what? In that case... Oh yeah, Ed.
Hi, what's going on, Mickey?
I'll remember the thing you found?
The thing I found.
Yeah, the orb.
Oh, you mean the really hot thing?
Yeah.
Mickey, should we be talking about the thing in front of your lady friend?
That's exactly why I want to talk about it.
Makoto, should we be talking about the thing in front of your friend?
That's why we should.
They look at each other. They look back at you.
I want to find more of them together.
More of them. You think there are more out there, Mickey? I don't know. We might be going through a lot of shirts.
as... Does Alice say anything? Or
Alice is just being silent.
Good silent or bad silent? What's her face like?
Roll me for your instinct.
Shit. Oh, wait, my instinct's not that bad. It's my charisma that's bad.
Your instinct. Shit. Oh wait. Oh wait. No. Shit.
And we're...
Oh, it's on the board because Anthony took it because he lost his because he's irresponsible.
Nat 20!
Oh, I like how Anthony rolled it horribly, and then Will.
I took all your bad luck, you son of a bitch.
She doesn't seem to be upset at all. She's just letting you talk.
Alright.
If you would have rolled low, it's like, oh no, she hates you. But no, she doesn't seem to be upset at all. She's just letting you speak. Since she already knew that that the orb had belonged to Ed before. Like, she'd had no problem just taking it from him, though. I'm just gonna say that out loud.
Oh yeah, no.
You think there are more out there, Mickey?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, the last one kind of did a number on my shirt and my other hat, but I mean, if we find more of them, there's plenty of lake we can throw them in.
Let me just comprehend that for a second.
We're not going to be throwing them all in lakes. Just the ones that are like the one you found. She looks over at you, Makoto. The one is like some sort of a hot press or something, right? It burned everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we said we were going to get that one so that the one that I looks at you, we found.
Okay, she's bringing it up. I didn't bring it up just in case.
The one that we found doesn't completely soak up everything anymore. I had to hide it somewhere because it kept on making everything wet. Oh, you found an orb. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, there must be something going on in this place, Mickey. I can taste it. He kind of like smacks his lip.
Yeah. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on, and I want to see more.
You think it's like one of them video games or something, Mickey? You think there's gonna be 4 of them? Like the 4 elements, Mickey? You think that's what's going on, Mickey?
Actually, that's not a reference to video games. Video games took that as a reference from... never mind. Sure.
All I'm saying, Mickey, is I played a lot of that First Fantasy whenever I was growing up.
I did too, but it didn't come from that. It came from mythology and...
I don't know what mythology is, Mickey. Have anything to do with duel monsters? You just hear Tess. You just hear Tess. It does!
Actually, yes, it does.
She's just over here. It does! Anyway. They both just kind of look at you. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to bring someone else in on this, I don't mind, but I thought it was just going to be the 2 of us. We don't have to you were going to give me your share? We didn't have to share anything with anyone else?
I feel we'd be able to cover more ground with more people.
Also, what are you talking about sharing? What if I just want to take it all? She glares at him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, though.
Honestly, though, Ed's one of the first people, like, really got... I feel like I owe Ed, and I don't want to leave him out, especially if he found one as well, you know?
I completely understand. Besides, if he did find one by himself, I'm sure he'd be useful. Especially hearing about what happened whenever he went into the obelisk storm the other day. Didn't you hear about all the obelisks he beat with his luck deck? It was crazy. Yeah, took me a long time to come back here and lose to him all, so I had my 50-50 record.
Yeah, I remember those people. He has this dark look in his eyes with a smile.
Oh, I love it when you look like that. Oh, I love it when you look like that. God dang it. She just gives a smile at you. Well, if you feel like he's someone that we can bring in, and I do think that if he found one by himself, he's at least going to be useful. And if we ever need him to, he can duel somebody if we don't really want to duel them. Of course, I am the best duelist of the three of us, so none of you forget it. Done and done.
I won't forget.
She walks over toward Ed. I guess I'll allow you to join us. She reaches a hand out to him. He goes to handshake, but she kind of like pulls her hand away and then just kind of is holding the hand out. He's not getting it, so he keeps trying to go for a handshake. She kind of just pulls her hand back the final time, just like, all right. And she just like comes up and pats him on the head. There we go. That's better. She makes her way back over towards you. As Ed just kind of is just sitting there with a big grin on his face. Man, oh man, tonight started out really bad, but you know, everything works in 50-50s. One bad thing happens, then you get a new friend. Going on adventures, finding elemental orbs. Man, it's gonna be great.
Killing all your enemies. What was that last part?
What's that last part, Mickey?
More orbs.
Looking for
That's part
orbs.
of killing all your enemies. Oh, that's what I thought you said.
That's what I thought you said, Mickey.
You could have made a Conan reference and you missed it.
Yeah. You fucked it up.
As the three of you kind of are sitting there, actually, you got through most of what I planned for this conversation without much help because of that 20. They seem perfectly fine working with each other. Ed didn't say anything about, like, hey, no, I'm just in it for the adventure. He's like, no, I'm going to take a share, whatever, whatever. But Alice doesn't seem to mind that he's not going to take everything, and she knows it. Like, nah, I'm getting my fair share, and you guys can have the rest. We'll talk about splitting the spoils up later. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how splitting the spoils goes as again, you guys are just kind of watching everything else kind of play out. As you guys are doing so, however, we're going to go to Toby.
Before that, Blue, Formal did it again.
Oh, God. Fomal, what are you doing? Fomal, what'd you do? I'm looking in.
Oh my
Tag
god, I
yourself.
didn't see that one.
Tag yourself.
Oh, God.
I
Tag
honestly
yourself.
can't.
Big Papa, proud father of 2 idiots and a sentient bottle of vodka, will defend his... You know what? Let's just put this in the thing while I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Let's just put it in
Put it in the stream.
Let's just put it in the stream while I'm reading it. That way no one's missing anything. Here we go.
I didn't even fucking see this.
Yeah. It's fucking
Do.
perfect.
Add
All the autistic
image.
talent,
Browse images. Desktop. Fomal, why you gotta be so awesome? Seriously. All right, there we go.
I don't.
As this is in here, let's make it bigger so people can see it. There we go. It's a little bit too big, actually. There we go.
The more I stare at it, the more I laugh.
More down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Everything fits in now. No, it doesn't. Okay. You know what? Tag yourself at the top. All right. So we got Big Papa Toby on the left here. Proud father of 2 idiots and a sentient bottle of vodka will defend his children to the death. Official thought patrol gets shoved into a school locker semi-regularly.
I don't know what you're talking about, but your school locker. He beats his shit.
Magnus, let me smash. Let me smash. Hideously underqualified. A rooster ain't the only kind of cock that rises. Strongest bitch in all the land, perpetually thirsty. God
Oh,
dang
you need
it.
a sandwich.
Oh, man. Then we got Jess. Help me. Can see through time. It's Vietnam 24/7. Got good money. Honestly, she doesn't deserve this. She's still got that PTSD from the guns. And then Makoto. I need pills. Therapists hate him. Trademark. His only friend is a Toy Story cosplayer. What are you talking about? Probably a sociopath deep down. Has a knife. Lost his glasses by the power of stress. Oh my god.
I didn't even see the Thought Patrol thing for fucking bad.
Official Thought Patrol. Be gone, Thought.
You thought.
Okay.
But in each thing of Formal's artwork, he has this fucking little children somewhere on him. Even if it's just a headshot.
But
They're all so true. I can't handle it.
yeah, I didn't see it before, but they're right. Alice does look like Buzz Lightyear.
I just want to
I
fucking
hate
die.
You're my favorite deputy. Anyway,
Oh my god.
he has a pull string. Anyway, so Toby, you made your way over. You made your way over toward, over behind where Asher was standing, over near where Tess is. As Tess is just kind of like looking over Asher. Asher's still just kind of like, what's going on? I don't understand. She's like kind of like moving around him, poking at his deck box a bit, looking at him. Just kind of like puts a hand on her chin. As you approach.
Be gone, Thought. I mean, what? He walks up like, what's going on here?
I'm not entirely sure.
Tess,
Oh,
are you trying to see if his soul spirits are coming out?
No, that's not entirely what I'm doing. So you remember when I said whenever I really wanted you guys to be here tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, but it was because I wanted to help a dual spirit that I saw. Well, yeah, but none of the ones that I saw in the well were the one that I had saw before. So I was thinking that maybe he had another one on him somewhere, so she's just like kind of poking at his deck box a bit. Unfortunately, none of the dual spirits seem to want to come out. Not even mine. I mean, no, not even mine. She doesn't have any anymore. She gave you the roulette spider.
Hmm.
I saw Jess lifting up her card a bit ago, and it didn't really seem to work any. She looks over at you. Do you think Roulette Spider or someone can come out?
He'll take out both Roulette Spider and win.
You bring out both of your cards. As you hold them out, neither dual spirit comes out.
That's odd.
So I guess it might just be something to do with everybody being here, I guess. I mean, there are a lot of duelists here, and who knows what anybody here may have, especially after what happened with that Connor guy, right? Right?
It's odd because Jess had Legend out earlier.
When was that?
It was when she was talking to Connor, right?
Whenever she walked away from Connor, she talked to Lejeune.
Yeah.
But then she looked back and Connor was gone.
That's back when she confronted Connor. So something might have happened.
I've been thinking about that thing that I saw whenever we were talking about Connor. Remember whenever I said that it was, well, it was weird that I never saw a spirit there before, but all of a sudden, boom?
Yeah.
I love that too, Aragon Edward. He's just like, what happened to Komodo Dragon?
Didn't I give that to
You haven't gave it to anyone yet, I don't think.
No
Oh,
one's
yeah.
no one asked for that shit.
I thought
You
see, I
still
keep
have
doing that.
Komodo Dragon, you just don't... He doesn't have there's not another dual spirit on you or
I
anything.
completely forgot that I did not give it to Anthony, honestly.
Oh
So-
fuck, you were supposed to give it to me, weren't you?
I would. Maybe once we get back to the fucking shack, I'll probably give it to you.
As soon as I don't die from alcohol poison, maybe.
Good point, you idiot.
We poisoned twice in the same night.
It's your own fault.
Again, we don't know what any of these other people here might have, or maybe it's even a side effect of the well. I don't know. I'm still feeling kind of bad about all the fake traps that I was using, but the spirit energy went into your deck, Asher, so I'm sure that, well, it's not like, they're gone, it's just they're being played differently now, There wasn't really any actual spirits in them to begin with, just a lot of energy.
So at that point, they weren't dual spirits, so...
No, none of the 300 fake traps we found were dual spirits.
That was a lot of fake traps.
Whenever I was cleaning everything out today, I went to Tessa's stash and there was just a stack of 300. I'm like, well, delete. Anyway.
Goodbye.
She just kind of nods. There's a difference between dueling energy and dual spirits. Dual spirits can use dueling energy used in cards that have been used a lot. Through the dueling energy, they can channel themselves through them and kind of, be there and help out. It's kind of a way that they can see the world too, At least that's what Doriado said.
Do you think maybe it has something to do with the darkness pack?
Maybe. Although
Because
she kind of like puts her hand on her chin and she kind of says something under her breath. You wanna roll me for instinct?
Yeah, and I'll use my dice. Where are my dice? Where's my... Oh, it's probably over here. I think.
You mean this dice of hatred?
Yes. There it is. Let me move it over to the center of the screen.
Also, I think I found Anthony's too.
Right.
Yep, definitely. It says Anthony on it, so.
Hey, thank you. I was wondering where all my...
Oh yeah, Anthony's stupid dice.
It's stupid, but it saved me.
Roll.
Tonight.
16. You have like a 15 or
Yeah.
you have a high instinct, so
My instinct is 15.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you're fine, dude. As you she just kind of like puts a hand on her chin. She's not like trying to like hide anything from you. She just says, "But that shouldn't be right."
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, sorry. First off, the Darkness Pack is new cards, like we've been saying. And if there were actual dual spirits in them, then all of the other cards that we've been seeing, well, they would have shown themselves, like in that duel earlier with Jess and that upperclassman.
Who's to say there has to be?
Not to mention, she summoned Lejeune after that, right? So the Darkness Packs shouldn't do anything like that.
Well, it's more of like happened with the guy, but he didn't play any darkness cards. But Mickey fought someone who did play darkness cards.
Hmm?
Remember Alice?
That's
Those
true.
ones beaming with darkness.
Maybe it had to do with whatever happened with Alice.
And it might not be dual spirits that are affecting our dual spirits. There might be something else in play, something that you don't know of, or anyone else.
Oh, by the way, I have information. She looks over at Asher. Yeah, we already told you everything. I don't think it's that big of a deal, right? He just kind of shrugs. She pulls out the white card.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
I left all the black cards behind so that we could do stuff with dual spirits, but I've been keeping this one on me all day. It hasn't really stopped any dual spirits from happening, so I think that this one's fine.
Can I see it?
She hands your Chaldron back to you. She hands your white card back. Also, actually have a white card.
Hey.
She hands the white card back over to you.
I'll take
One of the 4 cards that you had that turned a different color.
You know, I had the. It felt a little weird not having those things on me for a little bit.
I was trying to see if I can figure anything out about them, but they're not really showing off any dueling energy or spirits or anything. They're just kind of affecting things. I'm not sure how this one's doing anything, but again, I've had it on me all day and I've seen tons of spirits today.
Yeah, I guess.
The other cards are back at the dorm. I guess I can hand those back to you whenever you want. Although again, if you have them on you, you won't be able to see Win or, well, any of your other spirits.
You know, maybe they're similar to what happened with Asher. Maybe since you having them on you for so long, it started changing it. Gathering energy, I guess, is what you're saying through that.
I'm still not sure how this one changed, but this one was the original one you found. She just kind of like looks at it a bit more. Whenever you had found it inside that crater that we had went to, the one that kind of freaked me out. Sorry again about being all secretive at the time.
No, it's fine.
It definitely wasn't what I thought it was, so it should be fine.
What you thought it was?
Well, again, I've been looking for Doriato for a while, and she kind of stops herself, and then just kind of shakes her head and just gives a smile. No, I'm not keeping anything from you. I was looking around for Doriato for a while, and whenever I heard that there was something like this here on the island, I thought that it might have been some sort of, like, spiritual, like, ley line or something. Something that connects our world to the spirit world. You could think of it as some sort of, like, a gate. I've heard that they exist in different places.
That's interesting. I mean,
For now, let's just go ahead and call it that. Some sort of spirit gate. And well, whenever we did stuff there, I guess whenever everything started rumbling, I got freaked out. But it turns out it was something completely different. At least according to what Mickey and them said about that orb they found.
yeah, that's it.
I just get really freaked out sometimes. I shouldn't really have to worry about anything right now.
I think for now, so long as we work together, we should be fine. And heck, we're finding more allies. He'll put a hand on Asher's shoulder.
Well, you all did help me out a lot, and I definitely don't know anything about what you're talking about, but you've got a confidant in me. I'm definitely not going to tell anyone about this.
Don't worry, we didn't know anything about this until only a few days ago.
Guido says, when the white cards happen, only one of them turned white, Guido. One of the 4 cards that Toby had turned white. That was a couple of games ago.
Yeah, it was only kind of sort of mentioned, and we only saw it briefly.
Yeah, I didn't actually have the card for it at the time. Now I do, and it's right there.
Yeah.
It's white on this side, and it has the Yu-Gi-Oh back. It's right there. It's good.
It's my children. It's my firstborn.
Just let me know whenever you want the other ones back, okay? I don't think I'm going to gain any more information about them. Maybe we could take them back to the Spirit Gate sometime.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, especially with this guy. Like waving the white one. Thanks. Sis.
Do you take the white one?
Yeah.
Take it back over to your thing, man. Take it
My
over to your
children.
side.
The prophesied son has returned.
The prophesized son. Asher is now a confidant. Emperor social link acquired.
Oh my god.
Oh, fucking kill me.
I have a social link with Asher.
Christ.
As they kind of give off a bit of a smile to each other. They smile at you. Everything seems all happy-go-lucky and happy-dory. I just now noticed you're all like in groups of 3 right now. The others are just like, hey baby, and that's the 14th time I beat that girl over there.
I would save them if I had the capability to save them. Too bad I fucking fell down. Nurse, medic.
Medic.
After a while, everyone, you start making your way. What the fuck is?
What?
Why is your deck box on the ground over here?
Why is my deck box on the ground?
Maybe
I saw it through the
some-
floor for a second. I'm like, why is your deck box down on the floor?
This might explain some questions.
Like what?
Why do you put your fucking deck box on the corner where it can't fall?
I had it locked. I thought I had it locked.
Why don't we put it over
Clearly
here
you didn't.
where it's safe?
It's always safe. Where's it gonna go? Into the abyss that's not there?
It fell before.
As everybody starts making their way back, Jess, you start making your way back with a bit of a sigh. Whenever you get like a bit of a hand on your shoulder, you look back and see Ryan as he's just giving you a thumbs up. You see Keith over with him too, like, he hasn't stopped talking, signing about you.
Oh, really? What's he been saying?
Nothing good.
You're
You just see Ryan look at him like, really, dude? Ryan
Come on,
kind of
I want to know. I can't understand him.
Ryan kind of pushes him a bit. He pushes back, blah, 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 blah. He's signing ferociously at Keith. Keith is just like, he's saying he doesn't like you. He hates everything about you. That's not what he's saying.
Ryan, how could you betray me like this?
As Ken comes over and starts signing at Ryan too. That's and as the two of them start signing at each other, I'd like you to roll me instinct for a second there, Jess. Just
Again?
just nonchalantly roll me an instinct real quick. You know, whatever you get, it's fine. See if you fucking get this one too.
Fucking aim high. Nat 20!
20!
I'm
Nat 20.
I
Nat
got
20,
it!
Mitch, Nat 20.
okay. We're gonna get into this in a second because like other things are about to happen, but I don't want this to take up a lot of. Oh God.
Man, like,
I
let's see
did
if you get
nothing.
this, Jake. Man, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry, Jake. Nat 20.
Let's see you pass this
So
one, Nat 20.
Jess, I have a question. Do you remember what was told of you about information on Ryan? Try to remember everything you've been told about Ryan. In particular, you've heard from students and teachers.
Remember Clay saying he was creepy? French toast is really good. I think. I honestly can't remember that much.
At one point during your adventures, you had spoken with the teacher about Ryan. You also spoke with Keith about Ryan. You spoke with a few people about Ryan. And one of the things that was told to you by someone, I'm not going to say who told this to you because you don't remember, someone had told you that only one person there was only one student registered that knew sign language
Oh my god.
to talk with Ryan. Anyway, upon that being said,
Oh,
you know, this might be something to remember. Who knows? Anyway, so
This is a thing.
Oh no,
I
it's
don't
alright.
like this thing.
That's. He's the one who told us not.
anywho, so Jess, upon seeing that, you see the three of them ferociously signing at each other. Keith saying things like, he said he doesn't like you and that you smell bad. And him just like getting pushed by Ryan. And then Ken just like, no, he's saying that he wants to duel with you. And he's really sorry about not giving you that card earlier. And then he pushes Ken a bit like you're saying too much. The three of them are just like going around in this big circle of just like signing and talking, and two of them are laughing. Ryan's just like, he has like a bit of a smile at one point, but not really a laugh. They're all having a good time, Jess.
my head is spinning. I'm just watching their hands move and I'm like, I don't understand. How do those mean things?
What is
As-
language?
As all of this is going on around you, Magnus, you start waking up. You see there's a group of people over there. Your two dual spirit friends have left you at the table, by the way.
Am I sitting in a chair or am I just on the floor?
You were in a chair at one point. You were at one point you were probably in a chair. Like, but you know, there was a floor involved at some point. So you just look over as you see Jess and Ken and everybody like ferociously signing.
Twice in one night.
You
Alright.
make your way over. Toby, you guys start making your way back over toward the main group as well, because like at this point you see that Makoto, Alice, and Ed are coming forward. Everybody seems to be gathering near the center, and something strange goes through the air. You guys hear a loud, just like knocking sound as if on glass. You guys look toward the entrance as you see Tilly just kind of off on this corner, like, no one gave me permission to come in yet. They told me to stay in the entranceway.
Can I mention
It's
something?
getting late.
I'm gonna go and open the fucking.
What's that, Toby?
Can I mention something?
What's up?
Rommel did a thing again.
Oh God,
Oh, no.
FOMO, what'd you do? I gotta go look now.
Phone will make sure yeah,
And
promises.
Will made a joke, and they made it a thing.
You're my favorite deputy, Mickey.
Yeah, it's totally.
Why are you
Don't
like
do
this,
that one.
Alice and stuff?
said Buzz Lightyear.
Alice is Buzz Lightyear, yes!
Why do you like this?
Tilly does have a deck, Guido.
That's the thing.
Tilly does have a deck. She just failed her entrance exams.
Yep. Also, that's also a funny deputy. That fucking pull string motherfucker. I know, Buzz Lightyear.
As this is being had, is anyone going to be making their way over to help Tillian?
Yeah, I'll fucking open the door.
Magnus, you start stumbling your way. Roll me physique.
Really?
Actually, no. Roll me fortitude, Magnus.
I need to roll my fortitude.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, you do.
Your actual dice. Your sweet dice.
Yeah, 19.
You're able to get over there.
Yeah, my dice are here. Fuck you, Will.
You're able to start making your way over there as you see that that several people have started making their way toward the front to go and collect Tilly. You know, some people. Anybody else want to make their way over toward Tilly, or you guys fine standing where you are?
I'll walk.
You start
I'm
making your
fine.
way.
I'm looking at my friends and their vicious signing.
How about you, Makoto?
What's going on? Sorry.
Don't worry about it. All right, people go to collect Tilly as you guys go to open the door. The door opens and she just looks to the three of you that just came, just like, yeah, I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm not gonna let myself get invited in by 3 ciphers. I'm sorry. As Sly just walks up, like, don't worry about it. We all know what you're doing here. As he comes forward and like holds the door open for her. Tilly starts walking in. You notice she's not bringing any of her stock in at all because it's like, why fucking bother?
Yeah, we all know why we're here.
Quick, sneak out and steal all of her remaining stock.
Just get a bunch of fake traps again.
As people start gathering around, a countless sea of blue, because a lot of obelisks are here, of course.
Of course. I think
But-
it's being like the center mass is like breaking the color.
As everybody starts like kind of gathering around Tilly, does anyone want to be specifically near anybody? Do you guys want to try to ask anyone to help you guys out in your endeavors to collect the points for the auction, or do you guys think you're just fine with what you have?
I mean, didn't Ed say he would help?
You guys want to make sure because Ed's over here at this point.
Yeah.
You all,
I'm far away from Mikoto.
you guys want to try to grab Ed before the auction starts?
Yes.
I'll move over here.
I will go and grab Ed.
Okay, you have grabbed Ed. I'm gonna be putting the people that you guys have grabbed and tried to get things from near where you guys are. So Makoto, you're right there. If you're still planning on helping them get the darkness cards. Makoto.
Will? What?
William Dorf.
You're muted if you don't realize.
Did you die? Are you dead?
He is muted. Will?
I'm gonna move him into AFK and see if he notices.
He might be taking a poop.
Well, looks like you guys don't get any of Makoto's duel points.
Bullshit.
Can I take over the role of Makoto?
There he is.
No, I
Will,
moved him
if
back.
you're there, unmute yourself.
Squeaky, you muted yourself again. What's wrong?
Because if game's going on, I make a policy to not talk.
Well, right now we have to wait for Will because apparently
There you are.
Sorry, phone call right
that's fine,
then.
dude. Don't worry about it. But no, are you still gonna be trying to help them get the darkness packs, or are you gonna not? Because you said at one point, like whenever you bought the deck before with the 50 points, you're just like, we're probably not gonna get them anyway. But what do you think now? Are you gonna aid them?
After a vicious
I'm gonna aid them by getting another fiend deck. I'm kidding.
How about I fucking kill you and
I'm
leave you
gonna
in the light with your
aid
precious
him
orb?
with my crowbar.
All right. While you guys are
No,
all
I'll
here,
give them my points. I'll give them my points.
while you guys are all here, do you want to ask anyone else that you guys have close bonds with to perhaps help you with this point cost?
Did Tess say she'd help us?
Ask your waifus.
I mean, I was thinking about it. I just want to know if Tess said yes or not yet.
Yeah, Tess said yes.
Okay, so
She's
I'm
doing
gonna
this fucking thing.
I'll put her
so
over
I'm
here.
just gonna move towards my two favorite people. Two of my favorite people.
Jesus.
People.
Your
people.
ship, okay? We get it. Your ship.
Two people.
Two people.
SS Magnus.
You make your way over toward Ken and Harley. As you just see again, like Harley has pulled Ken away from where Ryan was, because Ryan was just like, all right, I'm done.
So, ladies, the auction's about to start.
Yeah, it is. You just see Harley's just like standing and like holding on a shoulder, like holding Ken down onto a seat as she's just like kicking her feet.
You've had a rough night, it seems.
This is fun. getting everyone, getting all of your friends, knowing everything about me, being fearful about a bunch of different things, and tracking this one down all the time. Yeah, I'm having fun. What's up?
Well, I've come to ask for a teensy favor.
And that teensy favor being?
Well, see, my friends and I are trying to start a little bit of a... He's whispering, he's gonna lean in.
Oh, what would Jesus do? Donated $1. Pray for rolls to go your way, and one more group DP. Everybody gave one more DP.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it
One
in my
more
extra
DP,
one.
you say?
One more DP, you say?
Oh, thank you.
Well, I don't think she's in any way about actually doing anything, but I could help you out a little bit, I guess. I don't have much, mind you.
Oh, it's every point counts towards this goal.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna show off his points.
Okay.
So I seem to have been maxed out myself.
You go to Harley. I would like you to please roll me for your luck. And we'll see if this happens.
Can I use a D draw?
You cannot.
No. Roll.
You cannot.
19!
You know those extra D points you have beside your total?
Yes.
Add those to your total.
Oh my god.
She hands you 13 DP.
Oh.
She is going to contribute 13 DP to your guys' total.
Oh, thank you so much, Harley. You're the best.
Unfortunately, you do know that Harley was not the greatest duelist. She got into Obelisk literally because she cheated.
I know.
But she does like transfer over 13 DP from her duel disc to you.
Oh, you're the best.
I hope it's enough.
I'm sure it will be.
With that being said, do the rest of you want to try?
I want to see if Makoto wants to try with Ed before I ask Ed.
Alright, am I trying to see if Ed wants to put points, or what's going on? Sorry. Stuff in the background.
Ed has already said that he was going to help you guys. And I'm going to say right now that I'm going to count that with Makoto's, because Makoto doesn't have any extra DP to give.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
So yeah, Ed has already said he's going to help.
Okay.
I'm making the extra DP, by the way, guys, be part of this, because again, the maximum DP you guys can usually get is 100. As I've told you guys a few times, so.
Yeah.
So who would you like to try to ask, Toby?
Let's see. Tests are gonna help. I mean, I can always ask Nate.
Hey, what's going on, baby? He already said he had no interest in getting the Darkness Pack, and he's not really going to be using his DP. Maybe you could ask Nate.
Yeah, actually, he'll go to Nate.
Hey, what's going on, baby? What's everybody doing here? Oh, it's that weird, it's that thing, right?
Yeah.
You kids.
Well, I was actually wondering if you could help us out get that pack, Nate.
I mean,
know
I'm
you're
not
not
really
interested
wanting
in
anything out of the pack, baby. My deck's already flawless.
Well, I know you're already happy with your deck. It's more of, some of us aren't the greatest. We don't have the greatest decks at the moment. I was wondering if you could actually help us out.
Okay, hold on. Izuki Kami, $10 more.
Oh.
Extra DP, you say? Everybody gained 10 more DP. Magnus, this is going to count for the DP that you were getting given by Harley.
I got 1, 2, 3.
All right.
ABC.
So you're making your way over to Nate. Nate's like, let's see, baby, roll me for your lucky.
Roll for my lucky. Nat 20.
Dude, do it. Add all of your extra points to your total.
I don't know if I should be happy about this.
This is the hour of judgment. The dice are aligning. The planets have come.
All of the extra dimensional beings.
That was a Nate 20, guys.
That was a Nat 20. I did it. I hate myself.
You got a Nate 20, Matt. How do you feel?
Kill me. We're getting the darkness. Fuck it. We're going down. The ship's going down.
The ship's
Jess, would you like to ask anybody here to help you?
Ryan.
You make your way to Ryan. As Ryan is looking at you, both Keith and Ken are gone though, so you can't really learn his response unless he just gives you the duel points. What would you like to ask him? He did say he was sorry about the card earlier.
Yeah. Hey Ryan. I don't know if you have any plans or how many duel points you have on you. We're all, me and the others, you know, the ones I usually hang out with, Toby and all them. We're planning to all pitch in together to try and get at this darkness path. You want to get in on this?
He kind of like rubs the back of his neck. He looks off toward Tilly like, man, he was maybe thinking about getting that pack. However, he does feel bad. So instead of rolling luck for you, please roll me for your charisma.
Go.
Here we go.
That's a nat 1.
Here we go. Oh.
6.
But you
and
have a
16.
16 charisma, right?
6
Yeah.
and 16.
You're pretty good.
You're fine.
As he looks to you, you just see him like sign at you a bit. Then he stops like, oh yeah. He just smiles, goes to his duel disc, pushes a couple buttons, and you have now your extra total onto your maximum duel points. All right. This is the absolute max you guys can have. So, as we're doing this.
Also, Ryan gets a hug.
Oh.
Did we add Ed with Mickey?
Oh, Ed's gonna give you his DP. Don't worry.
Oh.
Same thing with Tess.
Oh God.
Wasn't he on like a 50 win streak? Against obelisks?
Yes, he was.
Oh my god!
Oh my God. Oh no.
Oh yes!
Now, guys, here's the problem. I don't know how much DP this is gonna actually cost. Because that all depends on if the third years and second years got along or not during their conversations they had.
Motherfuckers.
So guys,
Yeah.
there are several totals that can happen here.
Oh.
I would like each of you to bring your dice to the middle of the thing here.
With our powers combined.
I want the group to roll me a collective luck roll.
Oh God.
Right when?
Now?
We have to wait
Let's get the fuck over
with to
here.
see. Is Makoto here?
Well.
There he is.
And move.
The group rolls a collective luck roll.
Okay.
18 from Makoto.
13.
13 from... Oh, that's a 4 from Toby, but a 13 from Magnus. What do we get from Jess?
Come on, 3/4.
19.
19 from Jess.
I'm sorry.
Alcoholism has blessed me.
Y'all drunk motherfuckers.
There were several groups here that could have helped each other. But most of them did not. The second years did not even try to talk to the third years. Lance didn't even try to talk with them, with Sly and them, because he just got his ass kicked by a freshman and he was mad. the biggest group of people, unfortunately, are still here. But give me the collective DP you guys have. At this point, we have 128 from Toby.
I have 123.
Plus 123 from Magnus. Plus how much from Makoto?
56 plus whatever Ed gave him.
56 from Makoto. What do we have from Jess?
124.
Actually, it's 57 because of the one we received earlier.
Plus 1.
Plus one. Every point
What
counts,
what was Jess's?
124.
Plus 124.
Oh my god.
All right, everybody, we're gonna start the auction here. I just want everyone to know that this is literally the last pack we're ever gonna get of this, probably. As she says this, you guys know that she's probably lying, but
She's probably lying.
she's probably lying out her teeth, but it might be the truth. Who knows?
You can never tell with her.
As she pulls out, and nobody look in this,
Don't no one touch that. Wait,
she
I'll
pulls
look into
out the darkness pack.
No,
It's
it
standing
It's
on a
standing
fucking sign.
upright. It is the
It's-
monolith. Oh,
It
it
is-
fell.
Sentient. It's sentient.
The darkness
Sure.
pack has been pulled out.
No one touch it. No one touch
No one
it.
go near it.
As Tilly steps forward, she gives a wink over toward all of you because, again, she said that she was going to give you guys the double if everything went right.
Uh-huh.
So, things go forth as people start saying aloud their numbers. Lance, unfortunately, got no one to help him.
I'm not sure why. He's such a fucking charmer.
He calls
Never
out,
got
and he
phased
only
today.
after his initial 100, he had maybe a little bit more from like the few raws around him that he managed to basically probably threaten. His maximum that he told was 135.
Yikes.
He's not getting this pack.
No.
Thank God.
Fuck you, Lance. Get out of here.
The second years, including a lot of second years from all sorts. There was some a lot of slipers, a lot of raws, not many obelisks, but a few. They started gathering all their points together. They had a good, much more than Lance. Lance is actually looking at them like, you son of a bitches, because they had their maximum at 380.
Oh my god.
Oof. Woof.
So
I rolled for all these points before game, by the way, guys. That's why I know what they all have.
Nice.
They had a good 380. If Lance had have actually joined with them, that would have been a lot. But they did not.
In the third year.
The Alliance of Third Years.
That motherfucker's a third year.
The Alliance of Third Years. They had a pretty good showing as well. They showed a bunch of third year. They were mainly made up of third year Raws, but being led by Raw.
Interesting.
Jesus.
She has that gusto that everybody just loves about her.
However, they were not able to come close to what the second years got.
Yikes.
They only were able to get around 270 alone.
Oh.
You guys show off your numbers. At the highest you guys have done, you guys have said 400. Since the second year said their high 300, you guys said 4. You guys are like, damn, we at 4 right now. We can do this.
Yes.
Oh no. But
Sly steps forward as all of the obelisks in the room, except for Asher, Harley, and Ken.
even Klein?
I'm Klein. I'll give you Klein.
Aw.
Klein's like, I wanted to get it for myself, but fuck it, I whatever. I only had like a couple points anyway. As Sly steps forward, he looks to you guys as you guys said 430. He says 500.
I'm gonna give a sad look to Sly.
Sly smiles toward all of you as all of the Raws, his date, his third year Raw that was with him, all start like clamoring like, yeah, woo, we did it, we're gonna get darkness cards. It's like, well, they're mostly probably gonna go to Sly, but woo! Anyway. As this happens, Tess looks over you guys as she transfers over her points. Tess gives you guys a good 30 points.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
she had a good amount.
Bringing your guys' total up to 462.
And how much did Sly say?
500.
Oh.
As you guys say your 462, Tess gets a little bit sad and everything, and everybody's just looking over as Ed just looks forward, steps ahead, says 600.
What?
Yeah!
As he transfers his points to you guys see your total go all the way up to 600.
I was expecting it. I was like,
He have more than 100 on his dual disc. Is it broken?
That golden egg witch, let him do it.
Ed had over 100 points.
oh,
Ed, you maniac!
that monster.
Get 138 points.
That
I
monster.
love this guy.
As Sly looks over at you guys like, how the fuck? How do you have that many fucking points? He looks at all of you like this, like how do a bunch of first years, because your guys was basically just all the first years.
If Sly's looking over, I'm gonna give him a little bow.
He's just like looking, they're just like looking over at you guys as Sly steps forward. He looks forward, he looks back to everyone, he goes over towards you guys.
Go give him a smile. Not a cocky smile, just a smile.
Is there any way that I could ask you guys to let me have this pack?
Absolutely not.
I mean,
sorry, Sly.
600 points is a lot of points. In fact, I have a very good offer for all of you if you want to listen.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
What's that, Sly?
He motions over toward the two girls as both his date that he brought down and the third year obelisk comes up. As he motions to his date, she pulls out what appears to be a large metal briefcase.
Am I just a Mokuba to your Kaiba now?
She hands it off to Sly with just like with a smile. Sly goes forward, opens up the briefcase. You guys see a lot of cards.
Oh my goodness.
No.
You guys see several full decks of cards. As you see these several full decks of cards, you see that there are decks of cards for every attribute of monster.
Ooh.
Don't hurt me like this.
At the front of the decks, you see the masters of the decks. You see the frontal cards of each of the decks. You look at one of them. You look at the fire deck. You see what appears to be the sacred phoenix of Nymphis.
Oh my goodness.
You look over at the water deck. You see what appears to be of the fortress whale.
Fortress whale.
You look over at the dark deck as you see what appears to be a chaos command magician.
Can I ask what the light one is?
All of them are good cards, guys, but the main cards of each deck are not as good of cards as you would see from like a boss pack. They're like a step down from that, but you're also getting the deck.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
As he's holding these cards out, looking at each of them, you're like, yeah, those are some pretty strong cards. Like, Jess, you're looking at, like, I already have Chaos Command Magician, though.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, you guys are looking like Sacred Phoenix and Nymphes is pretty cool. We don't really have a fire deck. It's like Fortress Railsters. Anyway.
Fortress will. That's actually.
You see, like, you look over at the Earth deck. You see what appears to be you see what appears to be like a big warrior. You see Sword Hunter as he's like, roar. You see, like, all these cards appear to be like around like the 2400 range to like the 2800 range.
Mm-hmm.
As he's seemingly offering all of these cards to you guys. And of course, you can keep your duel points. Is it at this point, guys, is the choice. You guys can take Sly's offer for all of these cards, keeping all the duel points that everybody had just given all of you guys, or you can complete the auction like the viewers want you to.
I mean, I would have finished.
Can we have a group huddle?
Okay, there's the four of us gonna do a quick huddle. Can we just do that real fast?
You guys go for a huddle.
This could also be an out of character huddle.
Let's do both.
That's a lot of cards.
That is a lot of cards, but they're not darkness cards.
Yeah, I mean, there's a darkness deck.
That's not the same as you.
I mean, there's a darkness deck.
But if we let them have these evil
I've
cards
been
that
on
hurt
mute.
people,
I've been on mute, Okay.
You dumb fuck.
No, I've been trying to give my argument for, like, I thought you were just interrupting me, dicks.
No, if we do that, we also.
we would.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Don't let them know that their dags come to bribery.
I was wondering why none of you were just kind of reacting to me, because as Makoto, I'm like, I'd say we go for it.
Absolutely no.
Like, here's my argument. Not only a lot of decks, not only a lot of pretty good cards, but even if they're subpar, we can sell them for better decks.
Are you doing this in character? Are you doing this in character?
Like, he's going to even present this going, and if we have better decks, then we could win the darkness cards from those that have it.
Okay, if you're okay.
And now we also have a confirmation of when another person with the darkness card, so if any side effects happen to Sly, then we'll be able to react to it rather than have us be guinea pigs to whatever these dark cards are doing.
Yeah, but isn't he like the best duelist on the island?
Okay, Magnus is going to actually...
Exactly. So if stuff strange happening to him, we're gonna know about it because of his reputation.
But how can we stop it, though?
Makoto. Magnus is going to put his hands on the shoulders. Makoto, I understand.
Also, just for jokes, as I'm reading the chat, in the big group of obelisks, there's also one guy not wearing an obelisk blazer who's in the obelisks. Obelisk Jones gave them like 3 DP. Anyway, continue.
Makoto, I understand what you're saying. It makes sense. I'm not arguing it doesn't make sense. Then I'm just gonna move my hands up to his face, and I'm gonna just start squeezing. But if he gets those cards, we are never seeing them again. If he gets the crazy doom magic, we are never going to stop him. We are cool together. Oh, 600 duel points.
Magnus.
I could completely stop him.
We are not taking these fucking decks.
These cards, we can't let this go into anyone's hands.
Okay. One. Don't assume we can't beat him. He's just a guy that's won a lot. Yeah, that's impressive, and that means he's difficult, but not impossible. This is a game of RNG.
This is not. I'm not talking about not beating him. This can affect people.
It can, but it's already affecting people. It's good to have someone we know people will talk about if something happens.
I will not let other people be a guinea pig that we could stop.
I would rather take all the cards and use them myself than let other people be guinea pigs, Makoto.
I'm not saying
So-
he's a guinea pig. What I'm saying...
As you guys are talking about this, Sly just kind of like looks over. Do we have a deal? I'm offering quite a lot here. It's just 1 pack of cards after all.
It's a
Right.
very generous offer, Sly.
Look. Back to the group huddle. My no.
Looks like,
No,
look,
absolutely
turns
not.
back around.
My answer is an adamant no. Who's with me?
I have to say, we can't let this go in anyone else's hands.
We could just buy better cards and beat his
It's
ass.
not.
Cards.
It's not about getting better cards or beating him. It's not letting someone be subjective to this.
It's some dark, evil shit, Makoto. I gotta stop it.
No,
There are 5 of you here that are involved in the group huddle. I'm going to go to each of you, and I'm going to see what you all think to do.
Well, okay, yes, it is dark and evil. What gives you the idea that it's not going to affect us just as badly?
We have a chance to stop it from affecting others.
And we have a chance to understand what's actually going on.
That's the thing, we might not have that chance if we take the card. We might lose the chance by taking the card.
And we might lose the chance by not taking them. Makoto, we don't know. But we can stop these cards from hurting people.
Tess stays silent because she sees that 3 people are in accordance to actually getting the cards.
He'll look at Tess. Do you have anything to say about it? Your opinion is just as valid.
I want to get them, but I don't feel like adding my say into this is going to help any. I only have one deck that I really want, Makoto, and that's my deck. So these cards I don't really feel like are anything I really want. We're not really gaining anything from this deal, in my opinion. It's not my deck, you know?
I'm saying we'd be able to buy more to better our decks and whatever.
Do you guys turn around?
So it's a 4-1 then. Yeah, Magnus steps
Makoto,
up.
if you're scared, that's fine. We're turning down the deal.
It's not about... Oh, fine, it's fear, whatever.
So,
Tess kind of frowns over at Makoto, like, I wasn't meaning you were afraid, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm accusing him of being afraid.
As you guys look back over toward Sly.
He'll ask him one question. Is there a reason you don't want us to have it?
I'm just very interested in them. I didn't get a pack of my own when they came out, you see.
he couldn't get a pack of soda.
He'll nod. That's understandable.
If these really are the last of if these really are the last of them, I guess if you don't take my offer, there's not a lot I can do. From what I've done, from the research I've done, these packs are rather rare. I've not seen many people get them off the island. This does correspond with what Jess had told you guys earlier about them being only here, basically.
Yeah. Well, who's gonna give him the bad news? Out of character.
I mean, I can do it.
And you can be the liaison.
Go ahead, Toby.
It's a very generous offer, but I think some of us need the edge with this new pack.
Sly looks to you, Toby. Toby, roll me instinct.
Act on instinct.
18. Oh, wait, no.
That
it's
is not an 18. That is a 6.
It
What's
was
your
an
natu-
18, but then
What's your
it-
instinct though?
He has a pretty high instinct, but unfortunately not high enough for Sly. As Sly just kind of gives a bit of a frown toward Toby, looks back over toward his date, and just kind of walks off, like motioning, like, okay, I'll just take this from you since it's heavy. Enjoy the pack.
Frown.
The 3 of them go back as they start transferring all the DP back to the obelisks. Toby, you go forward.
If you don't want to take it, I'll fucking step
Oh,
up
I
and
mean,
take
in
it.
character, I'll do it, but out of character, I'm
Gimme. I want to touch.
I mean, I'm already. I guess we're both doing it then, huh?
Gimme.
Just a super excited. You could just let Jess do it like a gentleman.
You guys go forward.
Makoto just slips in and is the one to touch.
You ass! I'm waiting my turn patiently.
Do you guys want to give up the 600 DP to not only get the darkness pack, but make sure you guys go down the secondary path of this campaign?
We already got this far, and we've turned down the offer.
And
You
I
are a lot
say
of people.
There's
Yeah.
no backing down.
the audience did want this to happen a lot. They did give us a lot just to do this.
To not
Are
do
you
it.
admitting to a metagame?
I mean, even audience be damned, I still want to do this.
In character, our characters are also very much for this, except for Makoto.
Then you shouldn't blame the audience.
As-
'Cause that's outright saying you're metagaming.
That's basically like saying if everything goes wrong, it's their fault.
No,
As Makoto actually
You
kind
heard
of
it here, folks. He's blaming you.
no, I love all of you. I thank you very much.
as Makoto actually leans beside Ed, whispering, "Be ready. If something happens, we have to be the ones to help them."
Don't worry, Guido. Or not Guido. Don't worry, Shock. We're gonna get to that, man.
Anyway,
As
Yes.
Toby, you go forward.
Yeah.
You know what you can do right here.
Yeah.
Tilly had said that, hey, you guys can give me half of what you say. She gave you that deal earlier. Do you want to try to do that? Keyword, do you want to try to do that?
I do not.
You sure?
Good guy, Toby.
Feel like Toby just like I don't know if that's even fair compared to all of them.
Yeah.
Do you hand off the whole 600?
That I will hand off. Yes.
Good.
Good.
Oh, for a second I was like, did I just fuck us? Like, could we?
No.
Actually, no. You had $5.99 because Makoto takes one back.
You
Dick.
fuck.
Oh, murder Makoto.
It's the little things in life. It's the little things.
Like murdering Makoto.
Like I had said to you guys at one point, like, you know, people around here are very salty that you're going to be getting these if you get it. So
So
Suck.
doing something like that might get the attention from people. It's a big might, but it's not a thing might.
Toby
don't
felt like
just-
after all of that, especially with Sly offering all those decks, it's like that would be a huge insult to all of them.
Yeah, just be a
Yeah.
dick move. And
Can I offer a bit of a outsider opinion on
What's
this,
that?
Actually?
Yes.
From the outside perspective, taking and not taking the deal is a dick move on your part, because you take it, now you have this pack and everyone else paid for it and they don't get to see any of it. And then taking the deal, now you guys have all these nice cards and everyone gets their duel points back. So in the end, no one paid anything, but now you also have these other cool new cards, unless you chose to give back to the people who also contributed.
Here you go, Ed. Take a water deck. You can have Fortress Whale.
All the people we asked, they don't want this.
All
Like,
right.
Nate has to know
With
doesn't
this
want it.
being said, though,
Yes.
with you guys now with the pack,
Yeah.
Yep. Let's
Tilly
do this.
picks the pack up.
Yeah.
Toby, roll another instinct.
Oh no.
Oh god, Rick Mignogna, $2, buy the pack.
Oh no.
Hey, you guys
Five.
are gonna get 2 more duel points after all this.
Hey. I got
Yeah.
five.
By the way,
5.
Hmm?
5 instinct.
Oh, it was a 5 instinct.
Yeah.
You rolled a 5.
Okay,
I mean, we're all watching intently. I mean,
this is fine. All right.
don't let us nuke the world.
As she hands this over to you, you take the pack into your hand. As you do, there's a slight face on Tilly, but she just kind of smiles and hands it over to you. As you get it, she immediately goes like to her duel list, like, yes, I have money. Because remember, she gets all the proceeds for tonight.
She must have gotten
He is
thousands.
loaded.
She has thousands. She has to have at least.
She gets
1,000.
all the proceeds for tonight. She's happy.
I'm pretty sure just from us, we bought multiple boss packs, at
She has-
least 200's worth.
She
I
doesn't- oh my
I
God.
have evil in my hand.
You hold darkness.
You are
within
now
your hands.
holding this pack in your hands. Guys, I want to know, and I'm not, do you guys feel safe opening the pack now?
in the middle of this extremely crowded room. With
Everybody's
hundreds of people?
looking at you, like, now that you have the pack in your hand, Toby.
Yeah.
Do you want to open it?
He will go to his group.
Joker, look.
Uh-oh.
We have
What?
Izukikami, $10, spread to others, my dudes. That's another $10. You guys are going to get 12 DP back from all this. Good.
Aw,
You guys
you
are
guys
gonna
getting
be-
viciously shot while you're walking back.
This is the sign. Throw in the fire.
Don't you dare! I will drown you.
I take my crowbar and start smashing. I'm gonna walk to the group and be like, do we want to do this somewhere where, like, I don't know, not crowded?
I mean, we already won. I mean, it's
Toby,
it'd be rude not to
roll me
show
another
us.
instinct, since you are now still holding this, but haven't noticed yet.
Please do good. 16.
16.
That was almost
And
a
my
one. I saw it.
Toby, you go forward and you kind of like have the pack in your hand as you kind of hold it off toward the others a bit, but as you do, it feels really light.
Oh
I
no.
look down. Hold on. Like, how does it feel lighter than the packs I've ever gotten before?
Yes. You're not one. The reason it was such a high roll for you, by the way, is because you're not used to buying packs that much. You're not, since you just came from Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Yeah.
You kind of hold the pack in your hand as you feel. It feels a lot lighter than you've had packs before. Even the boss packs didn't feel this light.
Hold on.
What?
This is much lighter than. This feels less than a boss pack.
They're probably made with lighter cardboard. Who knows? It's just
Come on, we won them. We can at least like show them off.
Okay. Then he'll look at it and then start opening it.
You go to open it. As you do, you see inside the pack there is one card.
There's only one.
What do you mean? There's only one.
Do you go to take it out?
Yes.
Only one.
That's
Tess
not-
actually looks to you and she brings her hand down. Only one? But that's...
He's taking it out.
You take the card out just as Tess, her eyes go wide, and she reaches out to you, but you've already drawn the card.
What the fuck was that?
Oh!
Final countdown!
Makoto's gonna tackle Toby.
No, you're
As you
not.
draw the card from the pack,
No, I mean like after like the stuff
Oh
happens.
no.
as you
Doesn't make
draw the card from the pack,
Oh god damn it, we can't see it.
you can't.
How
Oh
do you
god, you
feel
guys
like
can't see
you-
this. You look on the freaking thing if you can't. Anyway, as you draw the card from the pack, a massive
That's
bit
scary.
of aura comes out from this card. The feeling of spiritual energy comes out from this, visible enough that other people that you know for a fact cannot see it start reacting.
Ooh, that's
Things
big.
in the
That's a big
room
one.
start flying around. People start getting pushed back.
Oh no.
Do we get pushed back?
As this thing starts going forward, the only people who are not being pushed back are those who seem to be spiritually.
Inclined.
All of you guys are fine. You look at Jess. Jess seems to be fine. You look at any of the spirits as they have seemingly got off in front of people. Sly is seemingly being pushed back. There is a person in front of Sly, his date, putting her hands forward almost as if she's protecting him.
Trooper.
You see Ruby run over to Nate. You see Gale run over as well. However, it's no use. Everyone eventually starts moving together. And you.
Oh, and you little fuck.
Apparently, he came back to the party when no one was looking.
Fuck off, bitch.
As people start bumping into each other, people are moving around trying to get out. You guys are... God dang it, Ladybug.
Get the fuck out of here, Ladybug.
You
I
guys...
want to show it before we all died.
You gained 500 life points. Alright, so... As all of this starts going on, people are bumping into each other, trying to get out. You hear windows breaking as obelisks are fleeing. They're jumping out the windows. They're like, I'm out of here! As this is going on, I remember asking you guys a question earlier today.
Yeah.
Let's move this out of the way for a bit. We'll just put it inside of your deck, I guess. As
Hey,
this
Taikata.
aura starts engulfing everyone. You know what? Let's fix something for a second too.
Oh.
Hey guys, I have the final.
Oh, hi,
countdown.
purple sky. Slightly pinker sky.
Man.
As all of this is happening, I remember asking you guys a question earlier. That question was being, about friendships.
Oh,
How
no.
many people did I fuck?
All of them? I think
Jess,
Hi.
Toby,
Yeah.
Oh, I
Magnus,
thought you said yes.
Makoto. The area beneath you, the floor beneath you gives way as everyone begins to fall. Only you guys are slightly staying together as people start getting sent flying off in other directions. Obelisks are going everywhere.
Albus Jones finally grabs a wayward jacket. Only
As you guys are here, Makoto, you're falling. As you are falling, Makoto. There he is. Ed and Alice are falling near you. Both of them being pulled away from you as they're both reaching out to you.
Reaching out to them with Kingdom Hearts and shit.
You try grabbing both of them, but they're being pulled away harder than you can hold on to them both. Makoto,
Hold on. What was it that Sora said at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1? I want to say that.
you can only grab one of them.
Fuck
Oh, it begins.
You have them both in your hands.
Your best friend.
you. Here's the thing about Makoto.
You can't-
He's going to make the wrong decision.
No, please, Makoto, please.
Which
leave
one
me.
are you keeping in your hands, Makoto?
Oh no.
Please make a human decision.
Are you that?
And who is going off into the great adventure in the abyss?
He's going off into
When you really think about it, it is Ed's fault this happened.
That's why he needs to live and through it to see the devastation he's wrought.
Here's the thing. In character,
Makoto, no.
Makoto doesn't think it's just one person he can save. He thinks it's both.
You
So he's
jackass.
going to probably lose both by both.
You
Also,
go,
the last
you
thing
don't
Sora
want to
said was-
grab one of them over the other. You're just holding on to both of them as much as they can. They're both sliding out of your hands. Makoto, your hands let go of them both. Roll me for your luck. The green dice is right here.
Alright.
Suffer the consequences of
Keep one
indecisiveness.
of them.
10.
That's 10. That's halfway.
As you do this, they both look at you. They both notice they're both slipping. Ed, let's go.
No! You madman!
As he shouts Ed, but I'm in an apartment, so I can't do it dramatically, unfortunately.
Someone draw it very dramatically at the end of the line.
Ed, let's go. and flies off into the spiritual smoke.
Man, I suddenly don't care about the people who took our decks.
Magnus!
Don't do this to me.
Magnus!
Why?
Oh my god, you have to choose your
I have to choose.
choose your wife.
Magnus! You're holding on to them both. Get that one out of here.
I guess you just. I'm trying to I don't know.
Magnus, you're holding on to them both. They were the only ones near you at the time. Your massive 2 strength just isn't enough to hold on to them both, though.
Oh my god, that would play a factor.
I can't.
It actually would have played a factor if you guys had more than 2.
That makes
How
me
the fuck are we
sad.
supposed to add up those stats, you ass?
No,
That
if you
makes
guys
me
would have
sad.
chose more at the beginning of the game.
God damn it. Okay, fair enough. That's all my fault.
Suck,
But
you're not
God,
that much of
I
a
didn't
fool
think we
after
pulled
all.
out the final fucking countdown. Anyway.
As they're both holding on to you.
He's really he's freaking out. This is bad. This is bad. I can't hold on to both. I gotta hold on to both. I gotta.
By the way, Ken being drunk right now, it doesn't matter. She's like, oh shit, things are happening. It's not like we. Anyway.
It'd be amazing if it was
Let
me.
me make your decision more difficult.
Hey, baby.
Could I choose to drop kick him in?
Oh, which one do I choose? Goodbye, ladies.
What are you gonna do, man?
Oh, mate. Oh.
I don't like this path. I don't like this path at all.
Holy fucker, we decided to commit. This is. Ken is innocent. She has no point in this. Harley tried to fucking murder me. But Harley's actually pretty cool.
And I want to
Ken is
smash.
fun. The Ken is so sweet and innocent. But she's gonna fucking get eaten by the darkness.
She's
I'm
gonna get
agreed.
eaten by the darkness.
That's up to you.
They both start slipping from your grasp.
You gotta choose.
God.
As they
damn
look
it.
at each other, and Ed, let's go.
And then let's go.
Ed, how'd you even get here? The fuck, Ed?
I had a 50 chance. Choose
He's
your
gotta
wife.
do. I gotta let go of Ken.
You let go of Ken as she reaches forward, trying to grab onto your hand again. She goes off, floating off into the abyss. As Harley reaches back at her, like, no!
God damn it.
We're fucking killing our friendos.
Toby.
Man, this is a bad
No.
spot.
Toby.
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 Oh, why'd you have to do that one?
Oh, who else is there again? I forget. Who's your other bestest bestie? Oh! Well, would you look at that?
Toby.
Guys, I need you to listen to what I put in the dark chat. What
Okay.
is happening?
Let's look at the dark
Oh,
chat real
come
quick,
on.
guys.
Everyone, go to the dark chat and
Oh,
listen
no.
to this. It just makes the scene so much more powerful.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, yes.
It does. I think the flute makes it perfect. Perfect.
Toby.
I don't even want to fucking kill myself.
Toby, do you want to give up your only dual spirit? Or do you want to give up Asher?
Wait, what do you mean my only duel?
Oh, not your only dual spirit. Bleh. You want to give up Magnus's only dual spirit?
I have Petite Dragon, but fuck you anyway.
I was gonna say, like...
You want to give up the girl who was pretty much the first person you ever dueled, the first person that you ever had any contact with, who finally started talking with you guys and finally started doing things and proved herself to be a dual spirit and was nice? Or Asher, who finally told you he was your best, you were friends and he appreciated you and you just had a great duel with him.
I feel really bad. But besides that one duel,
I
he's
know,
never
man.
interacted much with Gale.
I know, man. What are you gonna do?
It hurts. Get out of here, Nate.
What are you gonna do, man?
I'm sorry, but I.
You wanna move her off the thing for me?
Fuck you.
You wanna move her over with the others?
Do it.
Go ahead, man. Move her over with the others. It was easy for you. Go ahead.
No, it's
They
not
didn't even have to
easy.
slip off for you. Go ahead, man. Move them over.
What do you mean they have to slip off?
Like the others, they were like, "Oh man, what's going on?" I'm like, "They're slipping off your fingers. You already made your decision. They didn't even say that. Go ahead and move her over, man.
Let go, you
Move
son
her
of a
over to the
bitch.
side with the other two."
I mean, if
I'm
it's
being
too hard to
serious.
if it's too hard to move them with
He
the,
would
there's
try.
I'm just saying, man.
He would try.
Yeah, he would. I'm telling you to move her over.
Oh, you are a fucking asshole.
Knock her over.
Throw her into the abyss.
you could
You're
use
fine.
flick.
You're
her over,
fine,
Ash.
buddy. As you grab onto Asher,
Oh, you should have picked her. Let's go.
Jess. They're both holding on to you.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I feel like.
Keith and Ryan.
Klein Orion.
As they're both hanging on to your hands.
Your minus.
Your
negative
first
hand.
duel ever on the island. Somebody who, you know, he's an author. He's a shitty. He's like one of those. He's like one of those, like, you know, really her authors. But he's an author. He likes you. He was gonna give you that card. He felt bad for you. He just gave you duel points. But Keith, the one who's been talking to you the entire time, the one who's believed in you the entire time since you've been put in the the Slifer dorms, the one who you finally learned the gender of the other day. Klein! Dang, I keep saying Keith. It's Klein. Because Keith is like, no, where's Keith at? Yeah, get out of here. Keith is gone. He's in the abyss.
Fuck you.
Keith is in the abyss. Klein or Ryan?
You have like a -2, don't you?
Oh, you know what? Drop them both. I'm kidding.
Oh, fuck.
Decide time.
There's also a thing I want to try to do, but I need a free hand to do it.
You can't do it.
Flip
You
him
feel
off.
the second you let go.
Use your
So-
hair.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna do.
Jake,
It's up to you, Jake. Which one?
what would Jess do?
No.
WWJD, Jake.
I know it wouldn't. Damn it.
You should have done that when you had the
I
chance. with
want to try something, but I have to let go of somebody first to even try.
My heart.
If you want to try something, you're going to have to let someone go first.
Yeah. Oh, part of me wants to say.
No,
No.
everybody,
no,
it's
I
fine.
won't,
Let's see what happens here. They start slipping from your fingers. They're both looking at you like, do what you need to do. They're both very not calm about this, but knowing what's going on, Jess. They understand. They both understand. They're both scared, but they both understand, Jess. You can only have one. You can only hold on to one of them. They both understand. Don't worry. They're not gonna hold. They're not gonna hold it against you in the afterlife.
They're fucking gonna die.
Gonna let go. I have to. God damn it.
They're right at your fingertips. They both kind of close their eyes as if they're both ready to let go themselves.
I let go of Ryan. And I immediately go for my deck.
Ryan starts falling away. As you grab Klein closer, you reach down towards your deck. What do you want to do?
Legin, you have 3 wishes. Eh.
You bring out your deck. As you do, you start fumbling with your deck. Roll me for luck in this big storm that's going on.
The fucking end times that happen with us.
5.
Oh no.
Goodbye, my deck. I loved you for the one night I had you.
You start fumbling around with your cards, trying to hold on to them, trying to get through them, as several of your cards that are in your extras start to disappear. Let's take this one. Let's take this
Lackluster.
one. Let's take
Technically,
this
these aren't good.
one. Let's take... let's just take all of these.
Oh, my big cards.
Let's just take all those.
You're just trying to accept that.
I just lost 11 of my best cards.
You
did it
start
for a good
fumbling
cause.
around as cards start going flying out from your from your thing. You grab onto your deck as hard as you can. You start going through it. You grab Lejeune. As you do this, roll me for your fortitude. $14 plus 6. That is an unnat 20. You start fumbling at it. You start pleading with Lejeune, your dual spirit, to help you. You have 3 wishes. You feel like Lejeune is having a hard time coming out of the card, but a poof of smoke, Lejeune rises from the back of the card with a
Legin, I wish you would save Ryan. I wish you would save Ryan. I wish you would save Ryan.
All 3 wishes gone. Okay. No. Roll me luck.
Here we go.
12.
He reaches outwards. He starts going toward Ryan. Lejeune, the mystical genie of the lamp, gets to the exact edge of where his card is. As he does this, he looks back at you
I wish you would save
and
Ryan.
pulls himself from your grasp.
Oh no.
As he grabs Ryan and chucks him back at you.
Legit, no.
You're the best genie I could ever ask for.
Lejeune, with his massive 1800 attack power, throws Ryan into you. Klein grabs Ryan, and the 3 of you are in a tight embrace. As the wind is rushing around, Lejeune flies off into the abyss. Please give me your Lejeune card.
This was a horrible choice.
I'll save my things for after.
As
Find
your
you,
Lejeune
Lejeune.
card goes flying into the abyss. I'll take that.
Joker, look. We have more.
I'm looking down, and I think I've missed two donations here. American Jake donated $1. Now there's a 50-50 chance this will kill me, and a 50% chance this will turn me into a demon god. Mickey, damn. Now there's a 50% chance this will kill me, but a 50% chance this will turn me into a demon god. Mickey. Damn you, Blue. I came out for the card games and japes, not for the feels. $1 for everybody.
This dollar helps.
Ed, if
Four.
you become-
Ooh, that was a
But
Is
you-
No Chaos just gave a $4 donation to Jess to give 2 inspiration dice.
Oh.
So that's
Ooh,
it.
that could have been helpful.
Ed, to make up for it, if you become a demon god, I am sacrificing all the virgins for you.
So yourself first, right?
So yourself first, right?
I was thinking that, but I need to get more virgins, like, I'm not good enough for a sacrifice. I need to sacrifice people that matter in the world.
Okay, sure,
I'll give
sure.
you your I'll change the colors on them myself, or you can change them if you want to. But there's your 2 inspiration dice.
Thank you.
As this happens, Tess is here.
Is Tess okay? Don't you fucking save me.
You're all grabbing your friends As you guys do this, you guys notice Tess flying by. As Tess is flying by,
Joker, look.
oh,
We have more money.
Izuki Kami donated $10, 1 inspiration each. So everybody gets 1 inspiration. Save these for more things that matter. 1 is for Jess, just in case. Wait. Wait, 1 inspiration. Wait. Oh, 1 inspiration each. Okay. Everybody gets an inspiration. We're going to give everybody an inspiration dice. That's going to be great. That's $2 extra. Is that going to go to DP, Izuki? Or is that going to go for an inspiration dice for like Jess? What do you think, Izuki? This might actually change something. What do you guess, Izuki? Are just the players getting it, or is Jess getting one too? Because it's $2 per inspiration. So.
He said 1 for
That's
Tess.
just Tess and just in
All
case.
of us.
Oh, 1 for Tess. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, everyone's getting an inspiration dice. I'll give you guys your inspiration dices right now.
I mean, I already have a D6, so.
Oh, did you copy it?
Film that. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Can I?
There you go. I put it on your thing.
Okay.
As Jess is now gonna have 2 chances to live.
Oh, fuck. Tess, go.
As Tess goes flying, she's gonna roll once.
13.
And get a
That's not
13. That is not enough.
Sack.
She uses the inspiration dice. I'm gonna let the chat tell me when to stop rolling.
Can players give inspiration to other people?
This hurts.
The chat can tell me when to stop rolling this final dice. I'm watching the chat.
Stop.
Stopped.
Do it.
17.
17.
You
Please,
saved
Be at
her,
least on the
boy.
fucking mark.
As she starts going by, out of the dust, a large, muscular arm
Oh my god.
comes out. You guys notice what this is. It is an arm of Exodia the Forbidden One.
Oh my
From
god.
the card that she got from the weird guy. As it chucks her back towards you guys.
If she's close to Magnus, he's gonna reach out and try and grab her.
Same.
Between you guys, you do grab her. As all the others go off into the darkness. And you.
Including Exodia, asshole. Guess he wasn't magic enough. Oh,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
You're not here.
Oh wait, I'm doing something.
What are you doing?
Give me
No,
a
what?
minute.
Well, stop it.
What are you doing?
Stop it, Will.
Give it a minute. Oh no. What happened? What'd you do, Squeaks? Exodia the swole one. Exodia saved her. Exodia has done something useful for once.
Oh my
Give me a
god.
minute.
Sly's date has just given $5 inspiration for my client.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But Sly wasn't magical, was he?
Is that?
I don't know.
Sly
Is that
gets
a
2
thing?
inspiration dice for use later.
Later. Implying
Do you
we
want
can
the
get
do you
him
want
out
the
of
final
units.
you want the final thing to go to dual points for everybody, Squeaky? Because it's $2 for inspiration.
For Sly.
All right, Sly gets a dual point.
It is Sly's date. Also,
As they go flying, don't worry. As they do go flying, Sly and his date are they're holding on to each other as they're flying away. They don't have any reason to stay with these guys.
Looks like
I just imagine his groupies are desperately holding on to him. He kicks one in the face. Get the hell off me.
bye, bitch.
all the ones who are like dual spirits protecting their masters are off with them. So, except for Gale, because Gale technically didn't have a master. But
I'm sorry.
with that being said,
Son of a bitch.
all of you guys go flying off as well. Away from the destroyed as fuck obelisk storms.
Bye, obelisk storms and Will's dice.
Yeah, fuck Will's dice. Who cares? There it is. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go ahead and get rid of this.
No, fuck it.
It's
We just
all gone.
Let's go ahead and get rid of this.
God, I just realized.
Let's get rid of
no.
this.
We just
Let's get rid of
activated the final
this.
fucking countdown on the eye.
And how about we just get rid of this?
Oh shit!
Oh no,
Was
we're
this here the whole
there.
time?
We're in the fucking.
Do you know where we are? Because I'm lost.
I have a feeling.
Did we
In
just
an idea.
apocalypse? Are we,
Due
in,
to GX.
are we in Fallout?
We are in GX, and that's why I'm concerned.
This is
Yeah.
bad. Is this season 3 or 4? No.
This.
We're just excited.
Get out of here,
I'm
Toby. Get out of it. Get out of it, Toby.
I belong in this world.
I'm in the dirt.
I made this world, and I am its master.
You all land in the sand. All of you guys together. As you all land, you all sit up, looking around the area. The only landmark you see is far, far off in the distance. You see what appears to be Duel Academy. In the dunes of the sands, far away. You look at the sand itself, you lift it up. It has a very greenish blue color to it. As you do, you just see Tess like getting up, like looking around, just looking around very frantically, like no, 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 no.
Oh, fuck was that?
No, 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 no.
Did we just end the world? What is this?
Calm down, Magnus.
Oh, gee, you're right, silly me.
As Tess turns back towards you guys, this wasn't supposed to happen.
What happened?
What do you mean? Wasn't supposed to happen.
Did you know that this could happen?
What
Did you know and not tell us?
Magnus.
No, I'm done.
No, let her explain before interrupting her. What was supposed to happen?
That card, it wasn't supposed to be here for 3 years.
What do you mean by that?
I guess Tilly must have found it sooner because we kept buying cards from their store.
What was that? Discord template.
Yeah, this way.
I guess Tilly must have found the pack or something sooner because we kept buying cards from her store. Because you guys weren't supposed to. She stops and kind of looks down.
This is no longer any time to not explain anything.
How long have you known that something like this was hiding in there?
You're talking in almost in past tense. Like this happened before.
Or
She grabs onto her hand as she's just looking down. It involves you now.
well, gee, I'm glad it took this much.
He's gonna look around at everyone else, like especially Asher, since he's just sacrificed someone fucking for his life.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Asher?
Yes, I'm fine.
You're right. Is everyone alive? Everyone okay? Anything broken?
Harley's
Yeah.
looking off into the distance of the dunes, hoping to see Kin. Klein is looking over toward Jess, and so is Ryan. Alice is like holding on to Makoto, like.
Yeah, and you're right.
I'm from the future.
Any other day, I would have said, what? Not today. Not today,
Alright,
Tess.
and being from the future, what is happening and what can we do?
In 3 years, on Duel Academy, a card activates. I was gonna be here for it. In 3 years, the Academy disappears into the spirit world.
And that's where that card brought us now, 3 years early. And you came here to stop it.
I came here because of what happens afterwards.
What
What do you
happens
mean?
afterwards?
With the Duel Academy gone, a lot of other things happen in the world. And it never comes back.
I'm guessing those things aren't very good.
Clearly, she's been sent through time and space.
She
What's come about this?
looks to you guys, and she kind of takes a step forward, and then kind of steps back, like not really sure if she should come near you.
It doesn't matter, Tess. We're all here now. You have it. You can also help us. You're in the same situation.
She's definitely going to help us.
She
In
gulps.
the end, there's a way to probably get through this. If this is in the dual dimension, there's a way to get through, since dual spirits came through in the lab.
Yeah, but the lab is here.
She was about to say that.
There's probably information to go through. If there's... He's gonna take a breath. If they had found a way to do something with dual dimensions...
I
this
didn't think that
information-
saving you guys would change things this much.
Hold up. Save us?
We also disappeared, I would assume.
Shakes her head.
Whole island.
You
No,
never,
no,
you never
no,
made
No,
it.
she's just bad. Sorry.
You never made it to the academy. Before.
Were we supposed to die on that boat?
I don't know. I heard that 4 students disappeared. You weren't anything like what I thought you'd be like. Magnus, you remember? No, whoever actually was around her remembers. She said that earlier at the party. Anyway.
No one actually caught that but me, because Matt.
Yeah, I know, right? But you weren't like what I thought you would be.
Apparently, we were important.
I got on the boat. They were trying to steal our cards, but I couldn't let them have mine. And then everything happened, and because of our weird glitches, we bought out the store.
Yeah, well, it looks like these pieces of junk.
And now,
At this point,
because
we're
we bought out the store as much as we did, we brought this 3 years early.
So, what happens in the world after the Duel Academy disappears?
She looks to you.
Because if it's something, you don't just go back. You don't develop time travel just to stop it if it's nothing really that bad.
Time
So what
travel
happened?
wasn't developed. A spirit did this.
I see. What was her favorite card's name that she's been trying to get?
Doriado.
Doriado. She shakes her head, though.
Hmm?
She looks off to the academy. We need to get in some shelter, though, before the spirits show up.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll explain everything. I'm sorry.
It's,
As she
Don't
starts
worry,
just
puppy.
moving toward the academy, like not even waiting.
He'll look towards everyone, and since everyone probably doesn't know, she's right. We have to get moving right now. We're on familiar territory.
no shit. This is a spirit world. I don't think we can punch a spirit.
Yeah, some of us don't understand what that means. We have to help them.
Yeah. Ben's gonna, grab Harley's shoulder. Lightly, not violently.
She's just looking off into the dunes as she looks back to you as you grab onto her shoulder.
We'll find her. We've got to. Come on.
She nods as the two of you start walking. Alice is still holding on to Makoto. Makoto, do you want to head forth?
Well,
Yeah, sure. All right, cool.
yeah, sure.
Oh no, sorry, I was typing that. Anyway,
Do you want to say anything? Do you want to head forth?
Makoto's eyes are the most. How do I put this?
I don't know, probably weird.
There is an anger in his eyes as he watches Tess walk by.
Goodbye.
He doesn't say anything.
Goodbye, Mickey. Don't hate me.
Get out of here, you follow the
Stabber, 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 stabber.
As Makoto just kind of mutters, I appreciate she saved my life, but she could have. She should have.
Alice puts a hand on your shoulder. She just kind of looks at you. Do you say anything?
Would we have been able to stop this, or he grabs himself? I tried asking her. I got into arguments with her. What do we do now?
People are moving off ahead of you. They seem to be going off because apparently Tess said that it's dangerous to be out here with the spirits. Do you want to go forward toward the bit of the sanctuary where she said she would explain more things? Because Alice doesn't have any fucking answers right now. I don't know. Let's go off toward that dune and make out. I'm kidding.
For now, I want to follow, but after, once we figure out our surrounding a bit more.
Don't worry. We'll have to go on an adventure, right?
Yeah.
Let's go get the cowboy.
Yeah. Even if it's just us. I don't know who to trust anymore.
You guys start going forward. Toby, do you want to stick with Jess and the others as they're walking? Do you want to grab Asher and be like, come here, Asher, I want to have a chat with you before I go?
He'll reach into his deck box and he'll pull out Win.
You pull out Win. Win appears next to you instantly.
Gun, you're actually here again.
You see that she's slightly flickering, however.
Are you okay, Win?
She gives you a smile. This isn't my world.
If that's the case, it's probably safer for you to be back in my deck. Or my...
She nods and returns to her card. You haven't learned exactly what world you're in. She said it was a spirit world. She never said it was the dual spirit world.
That's why she's like, that's weird. We'll find out more.
You
Look
want
at
to...
Asher.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll look at the rest of because if I remember, Jess hasn't said a single word.
Jess has not.
Jess, are you okay? What's wrong?
Ryan, I'm so sorry I let you go.
Ryan's just looking at you and he's like he's like waving his hands and starts signing, but then he's like, oh yeah, no one here can understand me.
He starts
In
blubbering and
hindsight-
hugging. I'm so sorry. I knew Legit would catch you though. I knew it. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to let you go.
He puts his hands on your shoulders to stop you.
She's like, just like has giant wet eyes looking at him.
He just puts his hands on you. He looks up, and after a couple of seconds, he gives a bit of a smile, and he's just like he points to his fangs, like, and then points to you, and just gives you a thumbs up. He's like, "You're mine. Don't worry."
God damn it. Okay. Okay, I feel better now.
You are amazing, Jess. You're able to save them both.
No, Legend did it.
Away from you guys a little bit, Klein and Asher have a one-on-one conversation, and then they start walking forward. Because everybody's having the 2-on-2 conversations, you guys get the 3.
That's
Oh yeah.
well. Hey, look, it's a red, yellow, and blue.
I'm really gonna have to actually change your icon now, because you're not gonna be able to change for a while.
I can't. All right.
Ryan just looks to the two of you. He makes sure you're fine as he just kind of pats you on the shoulder, goes over to Toby, pats him as well, just like, hey, you know, whatever, everything's chill, man, we're gonna be fine. He doesn't say any of that because he's lost the ability to communicate entirely.
We'll find him a pen and paper.
He'll
Fuck.
smile at him and say, "Thanks. I'm sure everyone's okay. Just somewhere a little bit farther than us."
This will be different. Like she said, this wasn't supposed to happen. We weren't even supposed to be here. We can make this different.
I was thinking the same thing. This is supposed to happen 3 years in the future. We changed everything. We can make it better. After all, we have the greatest tools on the island right here with us.
Yeah, nothing can stop me.
And Harley.
Fuck you, I beat Harley.
That's what I'm saying, the greatest duelist on the island and Harley. Because she's a fake obelisk. She's not even fucking I want to see her duel Tilly. I really do. Anyway.
In hindsight, probably should have grabbed the other. What can you do?
In hindsight, probably should have grabbed the other one.
What can you do?
As the 3 of you start moving forward to catch up with your friends, Ryan and Jess walk forward a little bit further. As Toby, you start walking forward and you feel strange as you are.
Yeah.
You stop for a second as everybody starts going a little bit ahead of you. You reach down into your pocket and you pull out the white card.
I was actually thinking of that.
As you pull out the white card, something begins to swirl and change on it. You look at it. As you're looking at it, you're trying to see what it is. Something's
Oh my god.
doing something.
Children. I'm afraid.
As it
I'm so
does,
excited.
your white card completely changes form.
Can I?
However, as your white card changes form, you feel something change as well in your deck.
Oh.
As this happens, you get this face down card that you look at and you give a shocked expression at. But that's when we end things off.
Can I look at her or no?
You can, I think
To be continued.
What is that?
Let him see his reaction. Don't flip it.
I
Look
will
under
not
it.
say anything to those fuckers.
See it. Let's look at it.
I had to ask a DM. May I look at it by myself?
I mean, you guys can look at it. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
What's this shit? Holy crap! Oh my god!
Motherfucking True Draco.
My son!
I knew it. It was a card that didn't exist.
It's a fucking worm type.
My son!
Oh my god!
It was a card that didn't exist. I knew it.
We are
Parent!
so
Fucking
proud.
True Dracos.
My son.
I am
With that, we end things off.
son of a bitch.
Should have brought my wing back.
Oh my god, Horace is still back somewhere. Alright, Dexter back at the Slifer dorm. It's probably buried 3 feet under sand.
Yo, my children. People are like, it's gonna be evil. You fucked up. My children are gods.
I think we
Children
need,
are gods.
if we don't find a shovel in the academy, we gotta use a crowbar to dig our fucking dorm out.
With all that being said, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you would have went down the other path, this would not have happened. You know why?
Like, why?
Because Sly just wanted the pack. He didn't want the cards.
Ha! I told you.
He wasn't gonna open it.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh look, that guy was like, wasn't
don't
Sly getting?
You don't understand just the sake of having it. I don't care what's in this. It's
Python.
mine.
He would
He
have,
didn't want
basically,
to
he
use
wanted the
it.
pack, and at some point in the next 3 years, someone else would have got the card.
So I would have taken it off, would have fucking stolen it and just opened it.
So no matter what, it would have happened eventually. But
We just kicked it in the fucking overdrive 3 years.
It's funny because Will in the stream chat is all just like, well, Sly would have opened it, and then this would have happened anyway. Ha!
Well, that's true. So okay, this is where okay. It's
Eventually something big was going to happen that had to do with this. But the entire island getting sucked into the spirit world would not have happened without you guys getting the pack.
Well, hell of a
Can
year
we
for
do a memorial to the 11 cards I lost?
and legit. Don't forget legit.
Yeah, let's
part
look
of
at
the
these
11.
11 cards that I
Wait,
took
what
from
if-
you. Let's look at these 11
you-
cards I took. Black
Wait,
Dragon
what if
Ninja, Phoenix Gear Free. Oh, Judge Man!
Oh, man.
White Dragon Ninja, Blue Dragon
your
Ninja. Oh, it's
dragon
just your
cards.
ninjas, it's fine.
Chaos Hunter.
Chaos Hunter,
Gear
another
Free.
Phoenix Gear Free,
Jinzo,
Jinzo,
that's
2
Blacklusters.
Blacklusters.
Rough.
those are
And
Right.
let's not forget the hero, the
ultimate
legend.
You're right. Let's not
the
forget
longest of them all.
Legend.
The
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
The
Get the fuck
1800.
out of here.
The 1800 attacking godly being who sacrificed everything to keep the
I'm
youth
actually,
off
I'm
your
actually
life.
wondering how things are gonna change now that you guys have that extra person with you.
Oh, Tess or
No,
Ryan.
Oh,
Ryan.
We need to find him a fucking piece of paper and a pen. God damn. He can write in English, right?
He's just gonna write you webdings.
Damn it, Ryan! Is that your book?
I'm gonna say this. The whole Exodia arm thing did do something, but you guys would have found Tess at the Duel Academy.
Neat. But hey, now she's here with us, and we are not supposed to live, and we're... Sure.
I'm.
We were supposed to die on that boat! We were
Well,
supposed to fucking
again,
die.
we don't know if you were supposed to die or disappear, but
How the fuck
No,
fuck
in
you
fact,
disappear?
we actually joined the dude. We went off on vacation.
Yeah, that would have been the hypest other fucking way
What
to do
was-
this campaign.
See, what was supposed to happen was Sly was supposed to get the card, graduate, and forget about it, and then the next idiot that got into his dorm would have opened it. And that's how everything happened.
Oh my
Sly
god.
was completely innocent here. I'm just speaking for my client.
Look, the point is, everyone's either dead or scattered.
By the way,
across-
at this point, like you guys said at one point, I'm pretty sure most of the people in here probably are no longer too caring about like, hey, we stole your decks. I think there's
Yeah,
more.
it's like-
I think there's more pressing concerns on most of their minds right now.
I'm still gonna punch Keith in the head, but
Why are you gonna punch Keith for?
That
Because he took my
motherfucker.
spot.
What do you
He took
mean,
my-
man?
Only one person was supposed
Oh
to
god,
translate on this
bad
island.
guys. Religion.
Only one person on the
You
island
guys should have
supposed to...
taken the
Oh god.
Guys,
Yes,
only
yes,
one
yes,
person on the
yes.
island supposed to know sign language. What? I mean, what if that was Ken though? Like, what if it
We
was?
said Kin. She literally said Kin was clean, unless she was lying to us.
And she would have no
Also, you know, only one obelisk was taken over.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
off
yeah,
curiosity
yeah.
at this point, like so.
I'm gonna have a
really-
nice talk with Harley later.
Yeah,
Just
it's like
not pressing right now in the middle of a fucking wasteland.
yeah, it's like later on when we're safe. It's like, so who are the other people? Because
Who the fuck gives a shit?
So who were the other people? Come on, just seriously.
Was Alice
It's
one
like-
of them?
it's like it doesn't matter anymore.
Was
It's like,
Alice?
we're just-
You just point. Is Alice one of them?
Like, come on.
It's
I
like-
have a bet going still.
They
like
were
they say, it's
all
like,
Nate.
"No,
They were all.
Should
I
have
knew
taken
it.
the bribe.
Sucks to suck. This is more interesting.
Okay.
You don't know.
So,
You don't know. You don't know how the other route would have gone. How would the other
Okay.
route have
The
gone?
other, like I said to everybody before anybody did any of this, both routes were gonna be awesome, but they were both based on different seasons of GX.
This is obviously.
so did season. So is this 3?
This is 3.
So I guess the other route would have been 4.
Season 2 or 4.
I mean,
or
this one
1.
might. No, we're already at 3. We're going to transition into 4.
Yeah, it could have
No.
been. It could have been 1 because, I forgot. Jess got the key thing that
Spirit
Nike saw.
keys.
They were both
It's
very
happened on me,
loosely based.
technically.
I'm gonna say they were both very loosely based on other GX seasons.
Okay, so. Okay, so look, we got. Okay, hold on. Hold
At
on.
this
Hold
point,
on.
they're still going to that route again, right?
No, yeah, there's no going back to that.
No, dude, we just accidentally hit the fucking countdown.
So what does this stick mean for me now? Is it just a glorified dildo?
It's the final countdown.
So, question: do I still have the final countdown card?
I would be fucking
Do I-
upset.
Oh,
I
you
still
got. Oh,
have-
don't worry. You'll find the Don't worry. You'll find the final countdown card.
I
Do
mean,
we
I
have
got- I
20
got that in my-
days to fucking?
Don't
I
worry.
got it in
You'll
my
find the
deck,
final
dude.
countdown card. Just don't let it
That's-
count down.
Don't worry. I need to
Fuck
put it in my
off.
deck, man, because Marshmallow.
Literally, like, I actually kind of want to end. I kind of actually want to end like the episode off with like you guys looking up and just seeing one large fireball in the sky.
You
Please
should,
do
just,
no.
you should just put the face cardboard that you did earlier, just put it on the table on top of everybody.
Well, they can't see it, so I'm gonna have to put it back anyway. But yeah, sure.
The face right, is just sitting there mocking us.
There you go. That's the perfect way.
There are so many questions.
You're not getting any answers.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe after we get into some shelter and I fucking wring her dry for answers.
Here's the thing, though. To test, this was not something you guys needed to worry about. You guys didn't exist
Oh.
before. We saved you, and I have 3 years to find out what's going on with whatever happened. So it's fine.
Hey, what's this? Hey, I saved you. It's fine. Hey, what's this shit do? Wait up.
Like whenever you whenever you guys are like, whenever he was like, "There's just one card in here," you pull it out. She's just like, "One card." Wait, no.
I just like.
So
what
what if I hesitated?
She
I was
probably
gonna
would've
wait
told
until
not
you.
to do
I was
it.
gonna wait until you said there was one card in there.
If it was Magnus token, he would have ripped it open immediately. Like the second he got his hands open, instinct be damned.
If you guys would have opened it outside of the obelisk dorms, then you would have had a lot less people flying off into the abyss. But again, most everybody would be off in the abyss. Those
everybody, I
obelisks that
think-
jumped out the windows and probably cut themselves on glass, yeah, they're still here.
Keep Jack. They must feel real stupid. And also bleeding to death. Probably. I don't know. Obelisk Jones, poor bastard, he's gonna die out there. He's gonna get eaten by something.
And by the way, you know, just as a bit of a precursor, in GX, for those of you who don't know about it, there are technically 12 spirit realms.
Holy
Oh.
fucking shit.
So, you know, she said this was the spirit world, but she did not say this was the dual spirit world.
Well, it's covered in sand, like green sands. Beast warriors.
Green sand looks like matches your hair.
So
we're just gonna go and find like Sly and Bella, and they're just gonna be like just hanging out, just sitting on like a dune, like sunbathing.
I'm glad I'm glad he's being so happy about this
It's
shit.
like the world's ending. But we need to look amazing.
You honestly drive me.
Man,
I would
wonder-
bury my head if I could.
Winky-
I wonder where Mr.
Winky face.
Lerner is.
Don't you emoticon at me.
Mr. Lerner, where are you?
Oh, got here, diva.
But no,
Thumbs up to this-
there's a
okay.
very good reason why you guys needed to stay in the eye of the storm. There is a very good reason why, and I'm glad you chose the ones you did. I'm actually kind of surprised on a couple of your choices, but I'm glad you
really?
chose the ones you did.
Who are you surprised with? Obviously me.
I'm surprised Jess managed to do it. If I had anything but a tiny armless dragon, I might have tried.
Legit had 3 wishes.
I only needed
Are
one.
we surprised at the lack of our?
Oh, I'm gonna say, you know what? I've been alluding to it for so long. I'm gonna say this. Man, good thing this deck's no longer a problem anymore.
What?
I don't know which.
Good thing this deck here is no longer a problem anymore.
Oh, you ass. Oh my god, you son of a bitch! I'm the reason you that happened.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I thought by befriending Harley it wouldn't happen.
Wait,
It
which
happened
deck-
anyway.
Which deck was that?
That was
It
Ken's
was
deck.
Ken's. Ken's fucking insta-kill deck. Oh, god damn it.
You motherfucker.
And we'll see if something happens with that deck now that it's here. Who knows, man?
Don't make me fight Ken again.
Who knows, man? Oh man, I love this darkness pack though. And when you hover over it, it turns white.
That's pretty cool. Fuck you anyway, though.
It's okay, guys. Crisis averted.
Yeah. Oh my god. Where do I begin with this shit?
Ken is Kemthia, Guido. This person.
Yeah,
The one with the really unfair deck that nobody likes.
Except Magnus, but
Except for Nate, who somehow beat it.
Guido, Kelly is
because he has
probably in
fucking
this
the
world.
Pyramid of Light. Fuck you, you know how
Kelly
many
was in the same room as us, so yes, she's
Yes,
probably there.
Tilly is actually right here in the big pile. Boop.
Yeah, everyone in that pile is in this realm.
Man, just imagine though, everyone on Duel Academy is in here. That means all the people that like stole cards from you guys, all those really dangerous people with the blowguns, potentially a lot of monkeys.
A fucking lot of monkeys. Oh my god, isn't there like a grade 8 monkey card?
Man,
The
I
fucking
could probably find that guy.
to
With
fight King Kong and his monkey army.
I might be able to find that guy with the injured head.
Yeah, on one of the 12 realms.
I'm gonna like go
Good
with him
luck.
like you can't wait.
Blue, are you secretly
I'm
making a
outta here.
sequel to Sophie's Choice and this is your test screening?
God, it's now Arabian Nights.
But yes,
No,
I tried so hard
I-
to make
I
make
pushed-
this thing look just like the sand in this picture, but it's a little off, and I couldn't do it.
It looks pretty fucking like similar.
I'm glad you immediately realized it, Matt. I'm glad you immediately realized what it was when we came in. You're like, oh!
I like you. Like GX is my favorite season.
You're like, oh no!
Final.
Where are we? Oh,
Final fucking count.
oh no!
Oh my god! Holy shit!
You know what this place needs? It needs more sand, and I have.
It needs about like 2 cubic tons. Right over there.
Son of a bitch!
Spirit infused monkeys.
I don't. How do I begin the process? Been going tonight.
I made the ultimate sacrifice tonight.
You did.
Violet
We've all
did.
made.
But
We
yes,
all made
guys,
our
again, no
sacrifices.
matter what happened, I was gonna be very happy with whichever choice you guys made. This one is again this thing like loosely based off season 3 of GX. Like season 3 of GX was fucking fantastic. Like it really was a really good season. The other route was gonna be, you know, it was gonna be kind of. It was gonna be kind of loosely based on like the other seasons, but at the same time, both stories are equally beloved in my heart. So no matter which way happened, it would have been great. I'm glad we went this way just for the fact that I got to tear you guys away from your loved ones, and that's my favorite part.
Oh my god, you son of a bitch!
I just love at the beginning of the game, like, who do you guys have? Which one? Where's your friend groups be? What's going on?
We didn't even see.
You only picked one of mine.
There's
I
no.
only loved him after I lost him.
Yeah. So, no. Did any of us catch on to that? Because I didn't.
What?
The fucking who's your best friend?
I had a feeling something was.
It was shifty as fuck.
It was shifty. I just didn't really think anything of it. I wasn't expecting to pull out the fucking final countdown.
God, who did I fucking say? I said Asher, of course. I also mentioned.
There were
Sly.
so many. Okay, can I say one thing? There were so many cards that the thing could have been, and people have been looking at. Okay, every time I open this thing down here, the misc box I have down here, like someone in the chat usually mentions that I have a big final countdown in there. And like I've been worried so bad since the beginning of this game that like people would like figure it out. Because I have two big final countdown things in here.
Really?
And people have mentioned it before, like, what's Final Countdown? And I've had to ignore it. I've had to ignore all the comments about it.
I didn't even see any of those.
It was just
I
a few.
probably
There's
did, and I
not
probably
been
didn't
many.
care.
There's just been like dotted like 2 or 3 like through the entire thing.
Well, then again,
I think I remember someone mentioning that, but I'm like, it's Final Countdown. Who fucking cares?
whatever. It's nothing.
I mean, is it-
Because it
You
wasn't
know
the
what?
card.
You
It was
know
it was
what?
it was these big icons.
Hey, Anthony.
Hold on, Jay.
Anthony, you have a card in your pack of extras and unused that works with Final Countdown.
I have the fucking clock. I have the clock trap.
That will make us Final Countdown faster. It'll be funny.
This is
No.
mine.
No,
This is
stop.
my
Everyone,
card.
stop. Okay, hold on. All this time, we have been joking about the seal of Oikakamako. It's been the final
Oikakamako.
countdown the whole time. God damn it. We had it all wrong.
I mean, the Final Countdown's like a less awesome Orichalcomalos, but
Well, now we're stuck in the final countdown, so fucking...
don't worry. I'm gonna find the seal of Orichalcomalos and get us out of here.
No, you're gonna combine the two, the final Oikakamako.
The final Orichalcomalos.
The worst of both put together in one beautiful card for all you people who hate existence.
This is the final Orichalcomalos. I am now.
It's
dual
the
god.
final
It's literally-
Orichalcomalos.
It's literally Orichalcos, but with just the final countdown face poorly photoshopped on top of it.
I love
That's
the
it.
narrative, just like, and your children turn into this, and instead of the dragon, it's the seal of Orichalcos. My child, I am proud.
Wait, does that mean all the other cards, the black cards, might be transforming into shit too?
Oh my god.
Maybe you should go find them and find out.
I need.
Huh?
I need.
What do you
I
mean
need
fine? Oh, son of a bitch!
I need to go shovel my children out.
Maybe you
Oh,
should maybe you should go maybe you should go find the Slifer dorms, man.
I need to go
Does
find my
this map
children.
of Duel Academy even matter anymore?
No, not really.
I mean, well, we're in the, who knows how far flung shit got, because that was like a massive dimensional hurricane. Good thing you didn't stay out in the lake, Makoto. That would have been fucking shit. You would have been dead. You've been thrown to like the fucking fire realm or something. Fucking Ragnarok's gonna beat your ass with his hammer.
We are gonna
God
stay
damn
here.
it.
We're gonna stay here for a few more minutes, guys. If there's any more questions or comments in the thing, send them over to us so we can handle them. I'm gonna go through the DARP chat in the Discord and see some other. Do they still have the cards from the pit? I mean, there's still some cards in the pit. Here's the thing, Guido. You actually bring up something interesting, didn't I? Whenever Toby just got that card from the white card, didn't I say something changed? Something changed in his deck box?
Oh my god.
Did they all transform?
Oh my god. Did my Windex suddenly switch to my
Who knows, man?
man? I'm happy I actually put together my
For
own deck.
people who are wondering what clock I'm talking about,
The Pyro Clock of Destiny.
yes, that one.
No, Marshmallow, and you are gone.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, the Pyro Clock
I
of
would have
Destiny.
added you to my actual win deck. Yeah, it's like
Like I remember whenever I told you guys something a long time ago too. It's good to have 2 decks.
yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I just realized.
Hmm?
Just gonna see the lamp.
Oh.
She's just gonna
Oh,
open,
feel
just gonna
bad,
open
man.
her card, see the lamp inside, like.
Yeah, the Pyro Clock of Destiny just it makes the turn order go one ahead. That's it. You know,
Yep.
skip go, make the turns go one more. That's all. Not a big deal. This is fucking unbelievable.
You're gonna make me rewatch GX, aren't you, Blue? Dude, go rewatch GX. Like, there's no reason not to. And don't stop it. Don't stop if you're watching the dub. Don't stop at season 3. Just watch the rest in sub. Fucking season 4 is fantastic.
Or just
So
watch
The
what-
dub makes you think that Jaden dies. It really does.
Huh.
The dub makes
Okay,
you
hold
think
on
that
a second.
Jaden dies.
Hold the fuck up. If she's from the future, does that mean that fucking teacher is also from the future?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, since she
It's a
whenever
Is she
No,
from?
was about-
Is the other teacher from the future?
he was about to ask about her brother.
And wait, I didn't actually get my answers. What the hell happened
We'll get our answers next time.
What happened to
next
what?
time? Fuck off. The rest of the world. Why does not just go back in time to stop something if the world eating?
Again, she seems to think that whatever happened to the rest of the world was completely different. She was just sent back here for this for a reason by some spirit. What kind of spirit? Maybe we'll find out next
It
episode
was
what
clearly
spirit
the
sent her
fucking
back.
Time Wizard. Who cares?
It's
Next
not.
time
It's
on
not
Dark.
like. It's not like there's ever been a. Oh, I should probably not say that. That's gonna ruin everything for next week.
Oh, fuck off.
That's gonna ruin everything.
Stop tantalizing the viewers. They already suffered enough.
It's that you say suffering, I say they're probably entertained as fuck.
They're probably entertained and crying.
GX was
I
best
know I
series,
am
dude. GX was
inside.
fucking awesome.
GX
Brains is doing pretty well right now too. Even though the directors keep on apologizing for filler, and it's like it's just filler. Don't worry about apologizing.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Who cares?
Who
It's
gives
just
a
like
shit?
1 or 2 episodes of filler. I don't fucking care. I'm not like whiny
The whole
about filler.
first
Who
season
cares?
of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Is this happening before GX did? No, this is a completely different world, Geistis. Or Geistis.
It's.
This is a completely
Yu-Gi-Oh,
unique
but-
and different world.
Yeah, just the only thing.
American
that's the
Jake
same
says
is
her
cards.
brother is Time Wizard. Duh.
Yeah, fucking Time Wizard or old.
Blue, say the line in Dragon Ball Z voice next time. Next time on Academy RP. Like that?
I just
Who
love
is
Will our
Magnus
heroes
pull
defeat
Harley
Frieza?
aside.
Will our heroes defeat Frieza after 26 episodes of charging up?
Tune in next time on the episode. Go.
I just had a terrible thought.
What's up?
Magnus pulls Harley aside. So, wanna be
No.
Adam and Eve?
Now, first of all,
If Dr. Helical is future Mickey. What? If Dr.
That's
Helical is
not
future
possible.
Mickey, damn
Is
it
it?
got
Oh
hot.
my god.
does that mean Tess is your daughter? That's fucked up.
I mean, you
How can
four
your daughter go back in time?
disappeared, so I doubt.
I
It
mean,
would suck if that was the case, because I'd have to have killed my own daughter.
what a closed loop event that would. Anywho,
Frieza, your seal of Ormacalcalimos is no match for my legendary super ladybug.
And suddenly
I have 5 God Dragon.
Oh my
But
god.
yes, with all of that, guys, I think it's good for us to end things off here. If you have any inclination to want to hang out with us and talk to us even more, there is a Yu-Gi-Oh! DARP chat in the Discord link below. If you guys go there, talk to us a little bit more, maybe we'll hang out, maybe we'll answer more things, who knows? Maybe we'll post more funny things, maybe things will happen. Next week is going to be super hype, because I actually know what to prepare for now, because I didn't know which one to prepare for until the end of this game. So,
Before we go though, Blow,
what's going on, man?
I just wanted to thank the chat for enabling us to make this decision.
Yeah.
I
We
loved
literally
tearing the
Could
fuck.
not do it without.
I wanted to open that pack. Chat be damned.
My favorite thing ever in this entire campaign right now is making you guys tear away from your bonds.
You heartless fucking.
Just
troglodyte.
watching you guys like have to choose and like saying that they're falling out of your finger. Oh, making Matt move
Fuck
Gale
you.
over off the thing to the others. Oh, this was
Hey,
great.
That's gotta use
It's
Baby
like,
Dragon a few
I
times.
didn't have
Back.
a bond.
Okay.
He really only talked to her once, and that wasn't even talking. It was a duel.
The only other person I could have put with you was Tess, but she was doing her own thing.
You could
I
have.
was trying to be friends
What
with
about
Billy.
Nate?
You don't like
Matt,
Nate.
I'm trying to make friendship with
I'm
that.
playing.
You ass.
I mean, okay. Nate did have a dual spirit.
Yeah, Nate
Um,
Nate was being protected by Ruby, so Nate's
God, who else? I mean, question mark guy probably didn't.
Wait, hold on. I can't remember. Was Sly being blown away by the wind, or was he actually?
Well, he also had.
Sly was being blown away, but he had his friend in front of him protecting him. I made a point
Okay.
to say that Sly was being pushed away.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if he was like bullshitting us with these magic shits. But let's know he was being genuine ass.
I
But
suddenly feel bad. I don't have a bond with a lot of people.
yeah,
Who have dual spirits.
Yeah, I
I
could have
mean-
I could have tore you guys away from so many more people.
yeah, we all have 4 limbs.
But with all of that being said, guys, thank you all for being here. Go to the DARP chat in the Discord below if you guys want to continue chatting with us. Until next time, guys. Later days.
Bye.
Bye.
Tune in next time for more soul crushing bullshit.
I'm so happy.
Go fuck yourself, Blue.
I'm can't wait for you guys to actually see what you did to them.
We
I mean,
Bye, guys.
my